But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' handheld. Give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump, they will not criticize. Still question Obama like my nigga lied. White girls boosting so my nigga ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they soul not showing. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm one of your 7 victim hoes free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses what I give the masses. My whole all there no walls. I ain't kissing ass in the shit and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bars the end and she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Why they need enough to drive horsepower. Steven punching, smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these are stunning, ain't me like Jesus function. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan wanna be. I eat the peanut buzzing with your family, they ugly. You can keep your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is by the hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see it sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love it, hot box, a beamer bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker. She bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold if God calls.
God damn it. You know what I keep forgetting with
What?
this new setup is to get the chat ready over here in the corner.
Oh yeah. So now there's just
Just space there until I
Literally
put it over
space.
there. Yep.
Isn't that pretty?
There we go. Now let me
Imagine
do
if the whole the only thing floating there is Chrome. really,
Could you imagine?
really the only thing that matters.
You know what? You know what orbits Jupiter? Google Chrome. Imagine it's just the Death Star, but it's big. It
It's
looks
just
like the Google Chrome.
Oh,
Oh, that would
I
look
bet
so
if there was
fun.
like a new version of Spaceballs made, that would
It would be
like,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, they would make an icon. That would be so great. Fasten your seatbelts is gonna be a bumpy night. That sounds like something Copenhagen would say, Hamid. Please don't be like Copenhagen.
No, I think that's the quote of the day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's got
Oh.
quotations.
Okay. Fasten your seatbelt.
Damn, that could be a lot of things though. 'cause
It
there was,
really
like-
could.
There was like a couple movies in the early 2000s that were like race movies that were like that. Not races in skin color, but
Yeah,
like
right,
races
like
in-
racing.
Yeah, like car racing, like vroom vroom. Moped go fast.
Well, it says bumpy night. That could be like
that could be a horror movie.
that could be anything, bro. That could be like soldiers holding down an area.
That could be.
That could be like the camaraderie of soldiers, the kind of thing. Like
That
you know,
could
your buddy
be-
turns to you and goes like, "It's gonna be fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy night."
Fasten your seatbelts.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It's not me complaining with Google. It's in
How
a
about you
movie.
pull-
Is
how about
it
you
a
pull
movie
quotes
we
you
would
know about?
know is my question.
When you figure these out, when you pick these, what makes you pick them? Do you just Google
Yeah, what
movie quotes?
What are you using?
Are you going to IMDb for like top 100 movie quotes? Because I'm gonna keep it real. IMDb's top 100 movie quotes are kind of whack.
Yeah, but a lot of things are. Watch Mojo's is the worst.
Watch Mojo's is horrible.
Like Watch Mojo used to be good, and then it like for whatever reason they started
now.
saying things just to be like, oh, we're brave for saying this, and then it was bad.
Movie quotes, and then I scroll a bit.
Have we ever talked about that Gravity Falls is on their top 10 worst Disney animated shows?
See, that's just I remember. Yeah, we talked about that. It's fucking stuff like that makes me so
It
mad.
makes you want to vomit.
It's like, what's making you think worse? 'Cause like, in terms of writing, plot, like everything, it's one of the best. It's so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a good show. And ooh, that pisses. I don't say shit like that right now. I'm not gonna get too upset.
I think they mean like in terms of response.
I find some like not too obvious shit and some like okay shit. It was All About Eve. That was
All
the
About
movie.
Eve.
Yeah, see, like I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is either. All About Eve. Eve as in like first woman ever ever made, or Eve as in like evening. Like what are we talking about here?
Probably a person named Eve is what I would dare to say.
Evie?
No, Eve.
Oh.
And
69
person,
months.
not a dog. 69 months?
No, 6 to 9 months.
What's that?
That's Madagascar too. Escape to Africa. My bad. Madagascar Escape to Africa. But instead of two, like Tio is two.
Those
like
movies
the
were so
number.
great. Like even the
I
bad.
haven't seen the third one.
The third one was actually pretty good.
People
Like
say
it's
that
a little
was the worst
silly.
one,
It's
but
probably it's the worst one
but-
for sure, and it's silly. But like the good moments
are still good.
are so good that it like holds up even in the bad moments. Here, pour me some of that shit. It's just coffee grounds. It's not dirty. It's coffee grounds. Oh man, my sleep has been so like not bad but weird lately.
That's how mine is. That's how mine's been. Sorry, damn. We just had like a couple moments. of
Yeah, I was gonna
dead
say
air.
like no one hears you.
So yeah, no, I had I've had a couple of days of like just like weird like so my sleep schedule got I don't know if I told you guys yesterday, but like I went out of town over the weekend to go to my dad's hometown. And I left work at 11 on Friday or 11ish and got to his hometown at 2 in the morning. I didn't go to sleep until 4. Since then, I've gone to bed at 4 in the morning consistently, like the last couple of days, and I fucking hate it. Like
Really?
Yes, because like normally I get to bed, I try to get to bed at like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
You're talking about 1 hour difference,
yes,
and you
but
get
it's
up
fucked up my whole
so-
sleeping schedule.
Yeah, but you don't have to be at work till 2 or 3 p.m. most days.
Yes, but like I have to. No, it's fucked it up. Like I'm being serious. Like it's really just like fucked.
You
up.
have the most unrealistic sleeping schedule of anyone I've ever met in terms of like what you consider
So,
is good sleep,
I wake
and then
up
like
at
what is
11.
doable.
I wake up at 11, or I try to wake up.
I haven't
at
slept
11
more than
every day.
4 hours in the last like 8 days.
I've tried to wake
I've
up.
gone
at
and done a
11
bunch of shit.
every day, so I can wake up, go to the gym, come back, get ready, go, or do whatever little errands I have to do in between too.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to do that. My truck is dirty. My like floss is still in the truck from where I took it to go to my uncle's.
You need to get used to sleeping a little less, because
No.
that sleeping for as long as you're sleeping is not gonna last. Like in like life.
No, I sleep. I will sleep. I will find a way
Okay.
to make it work.
It wasn't the airplanes. It was beauty killed the beast. Tell me you know this. Come on, I believe in you.
It's Beauty and the Beast.
No.
Odd thing for a children's movie. Oh no, they've said worse things. Well, not worse things, but
I'll
more.
give you a hint. The actor saying the line is Jack Black.
Oh, is that Gulliver's Travels?
No. No.
But you could totally see it being in that movie.
No.
Really?
I guess I say no only 'cause I know what it's from, and like it just no.
Is it Tropic Thunder?
Honestly, he might have said it in there. They might have made a joke, but no.
Is it School of Rock?
King Kong, you uncultured swine.
Oh,
It's at the very end when
yeah.
like when the body,
I
when King
forgot
Kong's
that's
body.
Jack Black in there.
That's a really good movie. I feel
Yeah.
like people underestimate how good of a movie that is.
And it was Jack Black trying to be a serious actor too. Like
He did a good job.
He
in it.
did. He did. Like I'm not bashing him for it. I think but it's like the only time I've ever seen him like try to be a good, like not a good actor, try to be a serious actor. Like
I
serious.
think
as
there's
in,
been
like,
a couple times. Oh, in Bernie, he's kind of a funny character, but it's a serious role and a serious like movie.
mm.
It's kind of played for laughs, but it's like a real situation. It's like really well acted. He honestly like it was one of those roles where I was like, he might have got an Oscar. He should have got an Oscar nomination maybe for that. Do you know what Bernie is?
No, what is it?
In Bernie, Jack Black plays a stereotypically gay seeming man. It's played off.
But he's not. Is he not?
I don't. He's not. The character Bernie is not, but he seems like it. But what he really just likes is older women, like much older women. Like he's like in his 40s, and he likes like women in their 60s or 70s.
Oh, is that the movie they talk about on The Office?
I don't know, but in the movie, he plays a mortician
Yeah.
who is really good at his job, and he's he does a lot of shit for the community. Like he like helps everybody. Like he helps people with their yards and does all this stuff. Anyway, long story short, a lady likes him and likes hanging out with him, and like everyone hates her, but he keeps trying to be nice to her 'cause like he just believes people are nice, and he starts hanging out with her. And long story short, he kind of becomes her little like
Lover.
more like servant.
Oh.
Like she always wants to hang out with him, and she gets very like selfish with him, and he kills her. It's a true story. He kills her. He shoots her in the back with a like a .22 rifle, like 5 or 6 times, and like that happens like halfway through the movie, and the rest of the movie is what happened next. And the movie is, they do a really good job of, you know how The Office has like the talking heads?
Yeah.
They do that with people from the town. And so what they do is they go back and forth between showing actual people from the real town and showing people who are like actors filling in.
So it's like a documentary.
Kind of. But it's also acted like Matthew McConaughey's in it, Jack Black's in it. Like
It's a pretty star-studded class.
it's it's half and half. It's kind of hard to tell if I'm sure it's Googleable, but I'm not going to look it up. But the people who are being interviewed, like some of them have got to be the real people.
Yeah.
If they're not, they're incredibly good actors. But the movie is incredible. Like when you see that it's Jack Black and Matthew McConaughey, and you're like, what is this movie going to be? It is just so good.
do they interview the guy like at all? Like, is he one of the talking
Bernie?
heads? Yeah.
Yeah, but not like in the film. Like in the after credits. They go to jail, and like you see Jack Black meeting him and talking to him and hanging out with him. And it's a crazy
Ride.
It's a nutty movie. It's great, but it's weird. Oh wait, so funny story. So Nick started uploading on TikTok again, and the top comment on the first TikTok back was, "I see Gary remembered your password." God damn it, that's hilarious. Shit moths, Creighton. They started as shit larvae, and then they grew up into shit pillars. A whole pandemic of shit pillars. Shit-a-pillar? Oh, shit-a-pillars.
Yeah. That's
Dead
also,
with the
I
shit.
believe that's also another Mr. Leahy quote.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Which would win, a German Shepherd or a German Shepherd-sized cat?
German Shepherd, all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I'm alone on this one.
Why? What, has this been a thing?
Michael
lately?
and Alim asked that on that last episode 3 podcast.
And
So a
everybody-
leopard. That's what I'm saying. It's literally a fucking leopard.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I-
You're all
A
ridiculous.
leopard's way bigger than a German Shepherd. What the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
they're not. They weigh the same. German Shepherds are huge. But
A
like,
leopard?
yeah, leopards are like,
No.
how big do you think a
A
leopard is?
leopard's like as big as me or you.
Yeah, bro.
A German Shepherd's not as big as us. A
German Shepherds can
smaller
totally
than
be
us.
as big as us. They can
I
totally
mean,
be
they
this
can
big.
be, but it's like crazy. That would be like a crazy sized German Shepherd.
It's not. Yeah, but a big cat the size of a dog is still a big cat. No, any big cat that's as big as or bigger than a wolf is going to kill the wolf.
No, it's not. I mean, maybe.
Are
if
you
it-
fucking crazy?
maybe
Have
if
you ever
it's-
seen what they are,
maybe
like
if
anatomically?
It's a big cat, but if you're talking about a German Shepherd versus a German Shepherd-sized cat, the German Shepherd's winning that all day.
I live in a world full of people that don't understand animals. I had,
Leopards are 68 pounds. Exactly.
yeah, how big do you think German Shepherds are?
German Shepherds are like 100 or so, I would say.
Let's figure. I looked this up and I just can't remember.
Like, I would say like 80 to
average
100.
German Shepherd weight.
Well, first of all, let's specify. We're talking about a male or a female, because the males are bigger than the females.
Males in both regards.
Okay.
So an average size. Okay, so German Shepherd's even smaller. Average male German Shepherd is 66 to 88
Really?
pounds. Yes. So
Well,
a
I
cat
said
that
80
size.
is to 100.
Okay. So an average cat is 7 to 9 pounds.
Okay.
So you are multiplying more than 10 times the size of that cat to get to the German Shepherd.
Yes, but are we talking like?
You know what a big cat is, right? You know what a tiger
Yes,
is and
but
what
I
a
mean,
cat
are we
is?
talking about a big cat, or are we talking about a house cat that's the size of a German Shepherd?
House cat the size of a German Shepherd.
No, the German Shepherd's winning that.
You're crazy.
Yes.
You're
If
crazy.
it's a big cat, then I would be more on the side of the big cat. But
House cats are big cats. They're just small.
no.
Do you understand that that's
I
how
mean-
cats are and how dogs are? You
I
understand
mean,
that, right? Do
yeah,
you understand
but
that?
But say it's a house cat that's grown to the size of that. No,
Yeah.
it's the German Shepherd.
Do you not understand what that means? That's just a small tiger.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but
They are the
no.
same. Like
No, no,
like
no,
like
no.
anatomically, it's
'Cause, like,
one's just
a
much
leopard,
smaller.
Like a leopard, I feel like would have a better chance of it against the German Shepherd. But
Obviously,
the German
than a
Shepherd,
house cat.
the German Shepherd's gonna like beat that house cat all day long.
Yeah, if it's a house cat.
No,
not if
I'm
it's
talking
a
about
not
house
if it's an
cat
80-pound
that's-
house
no,
cat.
I'm just talking about like a big house cat all day long. Yeah, German Shepherd.
Do you know what a lynx is?
A big cat is not a big cat, Creighton. Creighton, you are. Wait, a big cat is not a big cat, Creighton. You are a fucking wonder. No, but like what he's
That's what you
saying.
said.
What he's saying is like a house cat, just a big house cat, not like a big cat, like not like a
Kai is not
wild
30 pounds.
animal.
Kai is not like 30 pounds.
You know what I'm saying? Not like a wild.
Kai's probably
fucking-
5 or 6 pounds. Kai's a little cat.
Not a wild animal that's like been huge forever. We're talking about a
House
cat.
cats are wild animals. Dogs are wild animals.
I mean, not
House
really,
cats are much
though.
more
We're talking
house
about
cats
a
are much closer.
domesticated animal,
No, you're talking about an 80-pound house cat.
an 80-pound domesticated house cat.
How is it? Why is it domesticated?
You said it's a house cat that's just big.
There are house cats that live in the wild. There are tigers that are domesticated. They're all. It depends on the situation.
I mean, yes, but
The
like,
German Shepherd's domesticated too. Like, what do you want from
no,
this?
The German Shepherd's winning that. You're just wrong on this. I mean,
You think
like,
I'm wrong on this?
Yes. Yeah.
An 80-pound mountain lion. An 80-pound mountain lion killed 2 people. Like
An 80-pound
less than a month
mountain
ago-
lion
less than a
is
year
a
ago.
mountain lion. We're talking about like a house cat that's just big.
they're the. Do you not understand that
No.
a tiger and a house cat are the same animal? One's just huge. Do you not understand that?
I get that, but like,
So if you
no,
scale up
it's-
the little one, that's a tiger. It's just a small tiger. Do you not understand how
no,
these animals
it's not
work?
The same. It's
It's
not.
literally the
It's
same.
not though, because you're talking about something that's like grown up in nature and been outside. If we're just
Do you not
talking
know
about,
Do you not know a
if we're
bunch of
just
house cats that
talking
grew up
about
in
a-
nature?
yes, but I mean, like,
I
if
had
we're
a cat that
talking
weighed
about
3 pounds.
a
I took it to the
house
vet. It
cat
weighed
that's
not even 3. It was
huge.
2.9 pounds. I had a cat that weighed 2.9 pounds. Her name was Zoe. She had 4 kittens when she was 9 months old. This cat lived outside. It killed a rabbit that was bigger than she was. Like, these animals. Do you know what, like, weasels? Weasels, on average, what's average weasel? I'm going to give you a little anatomic science. Average weight of a weasel. Oh my god. So, okay. They're smaller than I thought. The mass is usually, for a sloat weasel, is 9.1 ounces. Sometimes 2.2 to 3.3 ounces for a European polecat weasel. Or a Colombian weasel is 4.2 to 5.3 ounces. They're predators. They kill rabbits, like big rabbits. They kill rabbits that are like 3 or 4 times their size and eat them for 2 days because they have to eat their body weight every like 48 hours. You're talking about an animal fucking this big and it's killing bunnies. If you have house cats kill shit, that is how they eat. They can't they have to eat meat. They have to eat meat. Dogs don't have to eat meat. They need to eat meat. They don't have to. Dogs can eat like vegetables, they can eat fruits and shit. Cats can't. They are carnivore animals. They have got to eat meat to survive. You're talking. This is the bear versus the fucking gorilla all over again.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same because
But
the
it's
gorilla,
the same.
doesn't eat any meat at all, so it
Yeah.
never kills, and that's why the bear would obviously win. Dogs totally eat meat sometimes, and sure, wolves go and hunt.
Dogs
but
kill
German
all the
shepherds,
time too. Dogs
yes,
kill
dogs kill all the
squirrel,
They
dogs
kill them.
Like,
They kill them, but they're not.
cats.
They're not hunting them. Cats hunt every day. They have
Dogs
to.
hunt too.
Dogs go hunting. People take dogs hunting. The dogs
no,
aren't
no,
killing.
But dogs hunt on their own too.
Some
They kill
dogs,
turkeys, they
sure.
kill birds, like you know what I mean, like they,
Sure,
on
they-
their
they
own
do.
without being trained to do so.
yeah, so do cats. But dogs get fed normal food all the time and know they don't have to hunt. They're not worried. Cats don't care. They kill for fun. It's all they do. It's like their favorite
I still
thing
think
to
the
do.
German Shepherd wins that all day long.
Okay, I mean, you guys all thought that, but I don't think that's how it works. I mean, cats in the wild, cats and dogs when they're the same size, cats always win. Like wolves never beat a big cat. No wolf can beat a big cat unless
I
it's
mean, but
so
that's
much bigger.
wolves and big cats. We're talking
Yeah,
about
wolves are so much stronger than fucking normal dogs.
But you're not saying a dog versus a big cat. You're saying a oversized house cat versus a dog.
Yeah, and cats
The
and
way that
tigers
you-
are the same.
The
Dogs
way
and wolves
you
are not the same.
presenting it is the dog's
No, I'm presenting it different
if
than what you think.
were saying to me a mountain lion versus like a German Shepherd,
obviously
I
the
would
mountain lion
I
wins.
would be like, yes, the mountain lion wins. But because you've changed the context, I don't believe that.
I'm not changing the
You
context.
can go and
I feel
say
like you're
they're
not hearing me.
You can say, oh, they're the same, they're
He
the
just
same
doesn't
all
hear
day
me.
long.
He keeps.
but
He's
it's
doing
not
that thing where he
working.
just ignores what I say. You just keep ignoring
It
everything I
doesn't
say.
work.
Cats and tigers are the same.
You're-
Dogs and wolves are not the same. A wolf sure can have sex with a dog and have a puppy.
Oh my God.
but-
I mean, how are they not the same? You can't say that because
Because
like,
one is just smaller and the other is fucking. You have chihuahuas and shit now. A house
and
cat.
that's not the same as being smaller. Just because it's bred to be smaller, it makes it like it makes it it doesn't make it the same.
Yeah.
It's like what you're saying with the
Yeah,
cat.
because ragdoll
That
cats.
doesn't make any sense.
Can you let me finish saying what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because a 2-pound ragdoll cat will still go out and kill a squirrel. They do that.
That doesn't mean it's the same.
A
They're still
chihuahua
bred
doesn't
to
go
be
out and kill a
small.
squirrel. A chihuahua doesn't go out and kill a squirrel.
I've known
Domesticated
chihuahuas that are
dogs-
out that goes, but we're not talking about chihuahua versus a bigger cat.
We're talking about domesticated
So
animals.
let me ask you this then:
More domesticated
how
cats
is-
kill more
how
than
is
domesticated
a chihuahua
dogs.
not dying to just house cats all the time?
They do. House cats kill chihuahuas.
When? I've never
They're
seen
in the
that.
Okay, well, let me look up the fucking news. Seen this before. House
Here comes
cat
Charlie with his genetic
kills-
breeding spiel.
chihuahua. How do you spell chihuahua?
CHIUAHA.
Wow, I got. Spell it again.
CHIUAHA.
No.
Is that not?
CHIHUAHUA.
Okay. I don't know,
Whoa.
it's like U is an A is an H is.
Oh my god. The first thing is, would a cat kill and eat a chihuahua? Where is the article? Coyote attacks cat.
Coyote.
Cat kills. Here it is. Okay. What? Oh, wait. Is it not gonna direct me? It's not gonna direct me.
Because it's not real.
No, it's 'cause I have the ad block on. Fuck. I'm not taking my ad block off. Let me read the first line from
Okay,
Google.
read it.
Workers from PETA took a pet chihuahua from the front porch of a home. Its home. Now it's in French. Expression: cat kills chihuahua. Vive you provide to send. God damn it! That's all it says. Fieldideas.com. Comfrey-oil-pwen-mum. Cat kills chihuahua. Field ideas.
That's a churro Creighton, the famous.
I'm gonna let you guys look that
up.
up if you want. I'm not taking my ad blocker off.
I'm gonna go consult Huskers on this. Oh wait, I'm banned. Damn.
So, here's the thing. We're just not gonna agree on this, I guess.
I don't think we are.
But
That might.
domestic cats kill way more than domestic dogs kill.
I mean, that might be true. That doesn't mean it's winning. You're just, you know what I mean. You're just
Mhm.
saying things.
Cats use their hands. They have claws that like their hands. They're not just fucking paws. Like a dog, all a dog has is its mouth.
Yeah.
Cats
That's a
use
fucking
fucking-
powerful mouth too.
It's not as powerful as big cats' mouths.
Yeah, but we're not talking about a big cat. You're just saying
A
over
cat
large
that is
house
80
cat.
pounds becomes a big cat. Like I feel like you're not understanding that.
I feel like you are making
German
a very
Shepherd-
huge jump in logic. Just because it's an oversized cat does not make it a big cat.
It literally does. Like by definition, it does. I just want you to know what
okay,
you're saying.
well,
You're saying
just
it doesn't when it
because a dog
does.
is massive doesn't mean it's a wolf.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
We're not
then,
talking
but
about wolves, we're
the
talking
same
about big
rules
cats.
Don't apply. You get what I'm saying? Like you're saying it's the same thing throughout, and with the dog it's different. Like it doesn't work.
No, you're not. No. First of all, mountain lions can be 80 pounds.
But-
they're hold on. Let me finish my thought before you just keep saying but because you don't hear me and you keep just arguing like I haven't finished saying a thing. Mountain lions are 80 pounds. There are 80-pound mountain lions. A house cat that is 80 pounds and a mountain lion, hey, are the same. That's what they are now. Like they're the same animal.
But I mean, they aren't the same species, though. Not technically.
yeah. Well, a German Shepherd and a wolf aren't the same species, but a German
Exactly.
Shepherd
So
and
they
a
don't
wolf that are
behave the
both
same
100
way.
pounds are pretty identical, like genetically.
I mean,
They might not
maybe,
be the
but
same
a wolf
genus.
is still gonna kill that dog. You know what I mean? If we're gonna break it down to like that, but it's not. Like it's a cat, but it's not like genetically. It's not a big cat because a big cat is a different species.
Yes, sure, but we're talking about sizes. Okay, a lion and a tiger are different species, right? Lions and tigers are different species.
Yes, and they have different characteristics.
Like what? Other than size.
I think the shapes
And-
of their
and
claws
colors.
and their paws are different, and so is the shape and bite radius of their mouth, and different pressures. I think too.
Yeah, well, again, you're talking about different parts of the
But what
planet.
I'm saying,
One's in
just
Africa,
because
one's
you
in
make a cat bigger
Siberia.
doesn't mean all that stuff that is genetically identifies as a big cat is just gonna be on that. It's still gonna be a house cat.
Okay. Oh no, I can't say that. That's kind of that kind of insinuates violence.
What, are you wanting to just make a big
No, I just want you. I feel like have you ever fought a house cat? Like, has a house cat ever been mad at you?
Yeah. My grandma Lula's, I've had to fight them a bunch of times.
The
They're
muscles
they're a
get
bunch
bigger.
Of, they're a bunch of pussies.
You shit stain. The muscles get bigger. That's what I'm saying. Like, they are so strong. Like, I feel like he just doesn't.
You missed my
Cock is
joke.
still erect. It was a shitty joke.
It
I
was
heard
a
it.
funny joke.
It was not funny.
It
You
was
just
pretty
made a
funny.
pussy joke about cats. Like, it's the most open joke you can make about cats.
It was pretty funny. I know, Charlie.
Cock
You're
is still
welcome.
erect. I thought he died. Is
I
that
mean,
is
the
that a
muscles
reference
get
from
bigger,
Joe Dirt?
But the muscles are already big in the fucking in the dog too. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean,
but they're not getting bigger. The dog is not being enhanced. Cats are already fucking strong
but
and fight dogs
so
anyway.
what are you picking and choosing what you make big?
No, you're not picking and choosing. You're just using logic
Thank
and
you.
applying the
Thank
fact
you,
that if
Ricky.
it's 80 pounds, it's stronger anyway because it's 80 pounds.
No, you're picking and choosing aspects from a big cat to apply to a house cat. It just doesn't work like
Because
that.
they're the same
If you
animal.
make an animal bigger, it does not automatically mean it's a big cat. You know, just because it is a bigger cat does not make it a big cat or part of the big cat species.
If a lynx has sex with a house cat, they can have kittens.
I know
They're in the
that.
same genus.
The same thing
So-
happens with wolves and dogs, but that
Yes.
does not mean they're the same species. They're
I know it
close
doesn't mean
enough
they're the same-
genetically for it to work, but it doesn't mean that they are the same species. It
I'm
doesn't
not
mean
saying
the
they're
same
listen to me.
principles
I'm not saying
apply.
they're the same species, but when you scale one up and make it huge, it is. There are German shepherds that are bigger than and stronger than wolves because they've been selectively bred to do so. Okay? Wolves are the alpha predator of dogs, but there are German shepherds that are bigger and more badass. There are pit bulls that are bigger and more badass. They make these ridiculous animals. If you bred a fucking 80-pound house cat, it would be a fucking monster. Like, you wouldn't be able to have it in a house because it would be too strong
I
and could
just
kill
feel
people.
Like that's just not true because
30-pound lynxes kill people. 30-pound. Like, by the time a cat gets up to 30, 35 pounds, it is a contender to kill people and other animals. It is like a normal house cat's a predator. That's a predator animal. That's a animal killing machine. That goes out and kills animals. House cats in America kill 7 billion birds a year. Like, they are a killing machine animal. They're made for killing.
squirrels and other animals do dogs kill a year?
Not
I bet
nearly
it's
as
high
I
though.
bet it's not. Okay, well, let's figure that out. I'm sure there's numbers. How many
Is
squirrels
this just gonna be the whole
do
podcast?
dogs-
Because
I
I
mean,
wanted to talk about other stuff.
kill a year? Should I let my dog kill squirrels? What? Give me numbers. I don't want these weird ass fucking
Heard ask questions.
The Guardian. Who cares about the fucking National Geographic? Prairie dogs. Prairie dogs.
How many people do?
How often do squirrels attack people? How many squirrels?
How do we have these numbers but not what you're asking?
None of these are even numbers. They're just fucking
I'm not
domestic
scared of a
dogs.
fucking
kill
big
a-
meow meow. Thank you, Jack. Me neither.
Jack's a
You
crazy
throw a
man,
cat
and he's
toy in front of
17.
it, and it'll be fucking tamed.
Yeah, if you throw a cat toy in front of a tiger, they play with it too. They're still fucking killing machines.
It's not the same.
It's literally the
It's
same.
not.
In the concept in the context of what you're saying, yes, it is. Should I let my dog kill squirrels? Why is that the number one thing? Why are they not giving us stats?
I guess because of the rabies thing,
Hold on.
people are worried about their dogs.
Hold on.
getting
Let me
rabies.
do a little.
I mean, that's
social
a legit
experiment.
concern. I mean, you've said it yourself, though. Evie was a little dog and fucking killed deer.
No, she did. What?
Was that it? Was that?
Are you crazy?
What did you say Evie would hunt all the time?
Evie never hunted or killed anything. She killed a mouse when she was like 2.
Oh. Whose dog? Somebody was telling me about their dog the other day.
Okay,
It was like a small
so-
dog.
Okay, so I was wrong about the United States. The number I gave was probably the world.
Fighting animals
but-
is very similar to fighting humans.
In
No, it's not.
In America. so this I feel like backs up my statement a little bit. not like totally, because the dog didn't even bring up stats, but the cat one immediately did. They kill 2.4 billion birds just in America every year. So I think the 7 or 8 that I heard was probably globally. Because right now it just gives, like, the number one thing on Google is, like, United States and Canada, I should say. Although this number may seem unbelievable, it represents the combined impact of tens of millions of outdoor cats. God damn. I remember watching a cat in a neighborhood I grew up in, like, jumping up and grabbing a bird, like, out of the fucking sky while it flew by.
That's crazy.
Like, it jumped so high. It was nuts.
Cats can get up there.
Yes, they can. If you maintain control of the arms and gouge eyes, what are you gouging the eyes with, your fingers? You're a
Maintain control of
person.
the arms? You mean
The 4 legs they have?
Yeah.
It's not fucking hard. Well, first of all, you're huge, and you're not fighting any lions.
It's like let me hog tie this cat.
Fighting animals is very similar to fighting humans. That's just not true.
I mean, I feel like this is the
Humans can't climb trees
This
in
is
1
the whole
second.
thing with Charlie saying grapple people or whatever.
Everything is
Anyways.
susceptible to blunt force trauma. Not
Yes,
really.
I mean, like
Like, if you hit a bear in the head with your fist, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
the bear's still gonna be like, all right, well, you just hit me with the equivalent of a balled up piece of paper for you,
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
gonna fuck you up now.
In one hand, with one hand. Like, bears are people. I feel like people don't. Bear. There was
Alright,
there's
bears
a video.
are massive.
There's a video of a bear breaking a moose's back in one. Like, just hits it and it breaks its back, and the back visually breaks downward in half, and the moose just falls down and is dead. Like that's what we're dealing with this moose versus gorilla people.
So
These people really think a gorilla wins. They're
We
crazy.
gotta have we gotta have bear versus an industrial spinning thing or whatever.
Oh my god. I think the bear loses. Infam unite and go bear. I agree.
You haven't done the episode number.
Google apex predators, so animals from the canine subgroup are on these lists. How many cats? Everything that doesn't fly or swim. Hold on a second. I need to take a 10-minute break from Creighton's illiterate head ass.
Yeah, I read
Shut
that.
off his mic. Google apex predators. No animals from the canine subgroup are on these lists. How many cats? Everything that doesn't fly or swim. Oh, okay. I understand. Like, you're saying... Are you saying that, like, the real apex predators are shit that is, like, bears and then, like, orcas and shit? Logan Paul versus Bear 2022? Holy shit. Bear versus industrial lathe. Exactly. Lathe wins, I think. I think the lathe beats all animals except maybe, like, a fucking
What
blue
is a
whale.
lathe?
A lathe is that thing I was telling you about that, like, spun that dude
Oh.
and killed him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bear versus
That's that thing.
industrial lathe.
I didn't even look up 16. You know, we're going to look up 165 together, everybody.
We're all gonna hold hands and get through this.
Oh, shit.
Happy episode 165, by the way.
Rule 165 on Urban Dictionary.
Hacks
If it
me.
exists, then somebody has fucked it. Dude, I just got back from the insect farm and I totally got head from a millipede. Tat sick, man. And also damn near impossible. It's rule 165. Well, I wish I didn't know that.
is that similar to Rule 134 or Rule 34?
Well, I think isn't rule 34 just if you thought of it, there's porn about it?
Yeah.
Imagine being an ancient Indian in North America and seeing a huge ass bear in the woods. That's where horror stories started. Yeah, no, 100%.
Actually, we weren't doing numbers back then, but I like the thought.
Hacksmith Industries versus the Hacksmith is heavy underrated. I can't wait for 169 since I missed the original. Yeah, we only started this at like episode 101 for Zoe 101.
Yeah.
Woo, sex. I still want to maintain the fact that I could fuck up a gator. Definitely,
I mean, maybe.
a lot of gators. Yeah, it definitely depends on the size of the
Yeah.
gator. I feel like.
I feel like this is like the bear versus, what is it? Bear versus ape. Gorilla. Bear versus gorilla thing.
Jack, the only thing you fuck up is Big Macs and large fries. Damn, that's fucked up.
Damn.
I mean,
how do you even know? You don't even know what he looks like, Covenant.
I feel like Jack could easily fuck up like a boar, like with tusks, like a full-grown like male. Like he'd have to. It would not be easy, but he'd have to like. All it would take is him just playing it calm, like just like biding his time and letting the boar get tired, and then he just had to get on his back and like stab it. Like I guess if you're talking hand to hand, like no weapons, I don't know.
Did I show you that video Jack sent me of like the boar like running right at the guy, and the guy just pulls out his gun and shoots it? Like it happens so fast. Like the guy, it's like a quick draw thing, and the board just falls.
Yes, I have seen that.
Do
Actually,
you remember that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just put it on the side. He says. The weather in I don't ignore what I said. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait
Is
for
it Birmingham, Alabama?
No. The weather in Bailey County, Texas,
Hey, we know Bailey.
is 49 degrees Fahrenheit. The precipitation is 0%.
49 degrees Fahrenheit? I thought
0%.
Texas was under 4 feet of snow right now or something like that.
I mean, a lot of it is, but it's starting to heat back up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it can be 49 degrees and there still be snow on the ground. That's happened here before. Humidity is 24%,
Birmingham.
and the wind is 13 miles per hour.
49.
Welcome to the Short Stuff Podcast.
That's a snowstorm in L.A. Look, Hoodie, you would not be able to survive where we live at. It's like
You just
45 right now here.
That's where
something
my
crazy.
grandparents live. Holy shit. Oh, shit.
And that's warm for the day. Creighton, we had a snow day all last week. Wait,
We had snow all
last
last week, and it was 68 today with big-ass piles of snow still around. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
It's happened here before. That's like not unheard of. One year it was 85 the day after it snowed here. Like it was fucking crazy.
I remember that. That was when it snowed in April. You remember that?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
we live in
weird.
fucking Narnia, bro. We live in such a crazy place.
Not the cat. The other thing. What?
Wait, I'm joking.
Don't worry, I'm not into pussy. Not the cat. Like the
I'm
other
not
thing.
a pussy. Not the cat.
A pussy.
Like the other thing. My body was not ready for today. Laughs in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got us all.
Yeah. We're not complaining about it. We just mean like we're not equipped to handle it.
Yes. Have you
Just like
seen
he would not be able to handle our warm summer temperatures.
Have you seen the new USPS trucks?
No, what do they look like? Do they look like the old USPS trucks? Because I have.
They
not.
look like Pixar vehicles.
What?
Look at that thing.
And that's a real one.
Yep.
Why is it?
Like
is
give
it-
like they're I don't know.
Is it electric?
It's electric. I don't know. They're just new. That's the thing I was like, dude, you gotta see this.
Is the USPS
Here.
symbol copyrighted or something?
Probably. But look at that. Like it's got the eyes from Cars on it. Like it literally looks like a fucking car from Cars.
Hey, at least I'll have air/heat and a backup camera.
My karate teacher was in an ad for USPS or FedEx or some shit. That's pretty cool. That bear's fucking you up. Wait. Me with a knife versus a bear is a sure fight. Oh, a boar. I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no shot you beat a. There's no bear that you
A bear
win.
has such a thick hide; it would be hard to get through. with a
Exactly.
knife.
Like it's just not even close.
Maybe with the
People
arrow.
are so weak. Yeah, like an arrow, and even an arrow is like you have to have the perfect arrow.
You remember that opening scene from The Wolverine?
No.
So Logan's like walking through the woods, and like this bear attacks somebody, and he like comes across it, and somebody shot it with an arrow, and that's so Logan has to kill it because it's like so upset from the arrow. So he goes back to the bar, like tracks down the people who shot it with the arrow, and he's like, "You guys forgot to fucking kill it," and like stabs the guy through the hand with the arrow.
It's pretty
Yeah.
baller. I would never fuck with a bear. Maybe a cub. What the fuck? Why the cub and not a bear?
Cubs are cute. I wouldn't fuck with a cub.
Well, they're all cute at one point.
I mean, they're all cute as adults too. I like bears. I feel like I want to give them big.
There's
balls.
nothing cute about a full-grown Kodak grizzly bear. They are simply monsters.
I want to give it a hug.
Like when people have scary stories about monsters, it's like what Copenhagen said earlier. Like that's where bears are monsters. Like a bear is what people describe in dreams as like monsters. Like people, that's like some primitive ass DNA still lingering in our mind that we dream about when we have monster dreams or nightmares. Like a bear.
bear in the sense of large gay males.
Yeah, he would never fuck with a bear, just a cub.
The
New
platypus.
The new USPS truck. looks like
Barry
a-
the platypus.
USPS Barry the platypus. Mailman Barry the platypus. God damn it.
The hat's effective.
The hat is effective. With the
You-
hat, with the hat, he's just a normal car.
Yeah.
Then he takes it off, and you're like, USPS Barry the platypus.
Do you want to know what the word of the day is?
What? I don't know how I'll feel driving those in 2 years. What is the word of the day?
Froggy.
FROGGY.
Yeah.
Okay.
Froggy, to be jumpy or anxious, to do something. Most commonly, it refers to a situation involving fighting or violence, but it can also refer to any situation involving someone anxiously wanting to do something. Johnny was feeling froggy, so he drove to the city to find something to do.
Johnny?
Johnny.
Okay.
Tyrone was feeling froggy, so he jacked Jamal in his ugly face.
Can we talk about how the uncanny valley is an inherent thing all humans have, and what kind of fucking creature was impersonating humans to give us that?
The uncanny valley.
What?
What do you mean?
The uncanny valley is...
Is
Jack,
this like
what
the
do you mean?
Is this like
in movies, the uncanny valley is like the closeness to like animation getting to looking real life. What do you mean? What are you talking about? It's an inherent thing that humans have. And what kind of fucking creature was what? Like Hidden Valley Ranch dressing?
Look, Jack, this better not be like the Batman thing. You better not just say this and then just leave it.
He's got a point. That shit was annoying. How dare you?
I have a question
What's your question?
about the whole Huskers thing.
Okay. Goes to check his tweet from last night to see how many new likes it has.
Honestly. So, why is it such a big deal with Nick unfollowing Huskers?
What do you mean?
Like, why does Huskers care?
Bro. Okay.
I mean, if
you
don't
are
wanna
a
get
normal
into it-
you are a normal person.
Yes.
You have a job.
Yes.
You go to work 5 days a week
Yes.
at least,
Yes.
right? Like on
Yeah,
a
at least,
like
yeah.
a short week would be 4 days for you.
Yeah.
Like
If that.
like you
But
go
I
out
haven't
and
had a
do
short
shit with
week
your
in, like,
life.
years. Yeah.
You go out and do shit with your life. I don't as much, but I
But you do.
do. I work. I only work 2 days a week, but
You're doing
my
shit every
my
day.
my work is long. I go if I'm here all day. I'm not just sitting here watching TV. I'm either we're getting ready for a podcast. I'm sure I might be playing video games, but I'm in other people's streams helping them. I'm trying to be more active in this. Like I'm trying to do stuff. I have a social media. I have a following. Not much of one, but I have one. I don't let it control me. People like Huskers, his whole life, 24/7, all day, every day, is streaming and playing competitive Call of Duty. That's all he does. That's his whole life. And I'm not speaking for him. I am simply saying that for some people that their job is the internet,
Mhm.
stuff like that can become so superficial and so like ingrained in how you see relationships that follow is such a big deal and the unfollow is so much of a slap in the face that it could be seen as something like that. Nick doesn't give a shit. I don't think Nick is so much a person that like if the pandemic was not happening,
He'd be out doing shit.
Nick's out doing shit all the time. Like Nick goes to the gym. Like he was constantly going to the gym before pandemic. Like now he has a home gym, like a nice one. But like,
Well, so that
and I
brings
feel like
me-
that won't change anything. Like I feel like when the world opens back up, he'll probably just continue doing his home gym now because it's so nice and
It's
he's
so
just gonna keep.
convenient.
It's so much more convenient.
That brings me to my other point, though. Like, if it's not a big deal to Nick, and Nick doesn't care,
I got blocked. What do you mean I got blocked?
why did he unfollow Huskers?
He unfollowed Huskers.
You know what I mean? Like why even?
So
Not that
I'll
I'm trying
never
to be
know.
like anybody's.
yeah,
like,
you just
I
you
just
probably
don't
just see it. You
understand.
just see it on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Like when Creighton for reference, Creighton is not really in MFAM for real. Like he's
I mean,
he-
I am, but I'm not.
yeah, he's in
I'm
there.
a huge supporter of him.
Yeah, he's
I
like-
believe
he's-
in what you guys are doing.
He's there like
But I
by
don't have
by
the money.
connection to me.
I don't have the money to just sub to Nick.
Yeah, because and especially since you like never
And-
would get
yeah,
to watch him.
Exactly.
Like-
but I'm there with you guys in spirit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Creighton just sees a lot of MFAM stuff on Twitter because
And I love
of my
MFAM
Twitter.
stuff. It's always positive stuff until recently. It's just been all
Yeah.
a bunch of fucking drama.
Nick's a very real person. If he doesn't like you, he won't fuck with you. Yeah. So Nick, I'm not gonna say anything on behalf of Nick because obviously
Yeah.
I don't know why he clicked the
But-
unfollow
but
button.
that's
But what it seems like happened and what I can gauge by context clues is that Nick was never really friends with Huskers in the first place. People think there was some kind of friendship that ended. There was never a friendship in the beginning. Like, if anything, they were like friends of friends at the most.
Mhm.
And some weird shit went down. Huskers like acted kind of. Nick didn't want him to host a match because he didn't want to get hackers in their game. and Huskers took that. And look, okay, I know Huskers is like this big bad competitive player and all, and he's like a top 5, top 10 player on Warzone, whatever. I've played plenty of wagers, plenty of XP matches online. Letting somebody host a few matches in a row, even though it's your host, is not unheard of. We've had people let us host all the maps. We've let people host all the maps. Sometimes people just have a better connection. And when it comes to like the top level like they are, it's not the biggest deal in the world to let somebody have host, especially when it's 2 controller players hosting.
So kind of back it up for a second. So
Okay.
He got mad because Nick wouldn't let him host.
It's not even about let. They just kind of started the match, and I don't remember. I don't remember the match. Like, if Huskers was really upset about it, he just wouldn't have let them. He could have just said no, because if it was their host, they would just host.
Like,
but
that's
obviously
the issue, right? Nick was hosting, and
Huskers didn't like
wanted
it.
to host,
Yeah,
and then Nick was like, "Nah."
I guess. I don't know.
So
I don't remember. That's what the
mean-
Huskers explained on the stream. But again, if the issue really was that Nick and them were trying to host, if Nick and them did host the match,
So
Huskers kind of has some ground to be annoyed. But if they didn't even host and the Huskers is just upset that they tried to and that's why Nick unfollowed him, if that's like why he thinks it happened and why he's upset, he's just crying.
But I don't understand though. Like, why was Nick like? You're saying it's the hackers thing, right? But you're also saying like they're so big it doesn't even really matter.
The internet connection wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the host,
So
hold on.
the hosting doesn't matter
The
at all
hosting
because
hosting
they have,
is
like,
about having a
amazing
better
internet
connection
anyway.
Yeah. The
So-
hackers, what would happen is like Huskers is much better on mouse and keyboard, and Nick is a controller player, and it's more likely that he'll get matched up against console players, which is what they want.
Okay.
And that's why
So
he was
that's
wanting
why
to
he
host.
was like,
That's why
no.
Nick wanted to host.
Okay.
I don't know if Nick actually ended up hosting or not. I don't know.
You don't know that detail of it, but
Yeah.
let's just say like this is what we know, and this is like what we think happened. Okay. So like Nick says no, and Huskers gets mad. Right.
Yes. Either that or
Why doesn't Huskers just leave and take some time to cool off and then?
he doesn't even have to leave. He like if in all honesty, if it was Huskers host, he could just say no and host. Like there's no way that Nick like forces that like there's no like if Huskers is really upset about it, if it's like a big deal, Huskers can just not play until they let him host because that's the rules.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And
why
if-
not just do that then?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what happened. Here's
Okay.
here's the 2 situations in my head. If Nick said no, we want to host, and Huskers just like was like fuck it, okay, and let Nick host, and like was annoying and complaining in DMs or whatever, like it shouldn't be a big deal because they're all huge and have great internet anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess sort of technically, he has like the thinnest margin of ground to stand on to have like a complaint. But really, at that point, he's still just bitching. And
Well,
if his complaint, if his complaint is that Nick just wanted to host, and that he's complaining like he just wanted to host, and that's like fucked up. He was being a man baby about it because that's what he said. He said he's being a man baby, and then he unfollowed me. If that's all that's happening, if Nick didn't even host and Huskers hosted the match, if Huskers hosted the match, and is just complaining because Nick wanted to host, and calling him all these names and shit, then he is straight up just being a little bitch about the whole thing.
Well, let's step back for a second.
Okay,
and
yeah.
try to like look at it from Huskers' point of view.
I like this. I like this, by the way, because Creighton doesn't know anything about
Yeah.
any of this. Like
I know.
he's not in this community. He doesn't know anything
Yeah.
about competitive Call of Duty.
And
It's good to have like explaining it to like fresh eyes.
I'm not. That happened like 3 months ago. Oh,
I thought it
so-
was a lot longer
so-
than that. I don't know.
So let me just like take a step back here and look at from
Yeah, this
Huskers'
all came
point
up in
of
the
view.
last, like,
Not
week.
that I'm taking you by side. I just like let's look at from this angle.
in the
so-
end, Huskies and Symphony did host, and a hacker did show up. So that's what ended up happening.
So
In the context of the
Huskers-
story.
So Huskers did end up hosting.
He did end up
And
hosting,
the hacker ended up hosting or showing
playing,
up.
being in the game. Yeah,
And then Nick got upset.
I don't know if Nick got upset.
So-
Nick just ended up unfollowing Huskers at some point, whether it was because of that or something else. I don't know.
Let's say that this happens and Huskers gets upset at Nick
Mm-hmm.
for not letting him host or whatever. If he is upset at Nick, like my thing is, like I don't see. I feel like if Huskers is the kind of person who's to make a big deal out of little things and to just keep bitching and stuff, and Nick already knows that, why would you then go and poke the bear and unfollow him? You know, I mean,
why
I
would
get,
Nick do it?
I get,
Well, Nick-
I
Nick-
get unfollowing him and trying to get toxic people out of your life.
Yeah,
But
that's
if you
that's
know,
what he
if
mostly
you-
does. He
if
doesn't like seeing the
you
shit some of
know
these COD
this
people put on
person's
their
gonna
Twitter.
make a big deal out of it. Just like, you know, if it was me personally, I would just be like, all right, whatever, you know, leave it alone and just do my own thing and not really play with the guy as much, you know, if he's gonna be like this. Again, I don't know the situation. I'm not taking anybody's side. I just feel like, you know, why not just leave it at that? Leave it this argument, move on from it. If Huskers like feel shitty about it and wants to make it up to him, let him do it. You know, 'cause
You're saying
I feel like unfollowing him has kind of made this thing blow up on Huskers end because it's like it just made him so upset. And I'm not saying Nick is wrong for unfollowing him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just mean like those we see those types of people in our life all the time. Both me and you, that'll make a big deal out of literally like the smallest thing happening to them. Gum could be stuck on their shoe and it would be like the worst thing ever for them, you know? And somebody like that is like, I would just avoid rather than directly like, you know, be like unfollow. But again, I'm not Nick. You're not Nick. C's already unfollowed him. It's already become a big thing. I just feel like, you know, it's just one of those things. It's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like as far as
Yeah.
like Huskers goes, you know?
Chris says, here's the deal. Huskers was butthurt over something that happened long ago. Like, who the fuck cares? Nick unfollowed me once. Now he follows me again. I lived. Here's the only difference with that, Chris. Like, you got to think of it perspective-wise. And I'm not saying, like, I'm still with you on that Huskers is being kind of, like, shitty over this. But let's just play devil's advocate for a second. Huskers is this big guy on Twitch. Like, not really, but, like, he is.
It's kind of like if one celebrity like said something bad about the other, like, you know?
Sort of. Like, Nick unfollowing Huskers is such a big deal to Huskers because Huskers is probably, like, one of the only, like, few big COD guys that has ever been affiliated in any capacity with Nick that he doesn't follow. You know what I mean? Like, not to say, I'm sure Nick doesn't follow a lot of the COD people, actually. Like, if I should re-say that because, like, low-key, he doesn't follow a ton of people. Nick doesn't follow that many people. Fuck
They
Catherine.
took him off his MySpace top friends board.
Like,
Wow,
straight up,
you're
yeah.
showing your age, Copenhagen.
Yes. Like,
Copenhagen, your age is showing.
Husk is an ass. It's just truth. How do I get
I mean,
Nick
I
to follow
don't
me?
doubt that Husk is an ass. I'm not like, I mean, from everything that I've seen and like you've told me about Husk, I'm like, I would never watch him. I don't really want to be part of his
I watched him for like 2 hours the other day just to like, but when I was trying to figure out why I was banned, like,
Yeah.
because I didn't know that all the mods
But-
got banned. Someone told me that like, someone said the mods are all banned. I was like, what? And I went in there and I was like, why?
But
And I started messaging all the mods. And that's
but
how
like
that
you have
tweet
to look
happened.
at it like this too. Like Huskers has like a following, you know, whether you like him or not, he has a following.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is making like, regardless of what Nick did was right or wrong, like this is a lot of his followers are responding to it negatively towards Nick's community and towards you guys, and I feel like that's just not good, not a good breeding ground for positivity.
Yeah.
And
Nick said it really well. Hold on, let me find it.
because you guys have always been a very positive community, like from everything you've ever told me about InFam and everything I've ever read about InFam, it's always been this positive, like do good community. And then here lately, it's just been like fucking toxic on both sides. You know, I read through some of those comments on your tweet.
Yeah, both sides are being pretty like.
and it's
To be
just-
fair, all those people that are being toxic on Nick's behalf, though, like I don't know any of those names. Like it's very much you can tell who's who. You can
Well,
tell
yeah,
the people
but I
that are
mean,
like true infam and just people who watch Nick Mercs on YouTube. You know,
yeah.
like it's different. I gotta find the guy. Hold on. See the shit. The problem is that like
I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. I just feel like you see the problems it's created from him just unfollowing him. You know.
I mean no yes but. No, we can't play it. You can't.
And
you
I'm
can't
not-
like
I'm not-
victim.
I'm not.
It's like-
I'm not
I
turning
know.
Huskers into a victim.
well-
I'm just saying, like, you know, when you
no,
have
well,
when
well,
you
hold
both
on.
have
Just so
a
you know,
massive
just so you know,
following-
you totally are saying
I'm
what
not
you're saying.
trying to.
I know you're not
but
trying
let
to.
me
I
finish
understand
what
I
I'm
understand.
saying.
Okay.
So, and I'm not trying to throw you guys under the bus. I'm not trying to throw Huskers under the bus. I'm just trying to say.
Well, you don't know
the-
anything about the
I
situation.
don't know.
You don't know any of the
either,
people, so
but
you're not
but
throwing.
like
You're
from
going
the
off what you've been told.
outside looking in, unfollowing him has because they're both such.
He followed him a
huge-
while ago, though. So
huge Twitch people.
all this happened-
with followings.
all this
behind
happened
you.
because
you got
Huskers-
these conflicting communities now. You know,
yes,
because
but
Nick and Huskers can make up tomorrow, and these communities will still kind of like it'll take a while for them to be chill with one another.
Not really. The people that
You
don't
don't think
the
so?
people that don't care, and the people that care are just the kind of people that are going to complain about anything.
Okay.
That's-
well,
that's-
I mean,
that's
look,
just the
again,
internet.
That's just me.
That's how you have
looking
to look
in.
at it.
That's just me looking in on it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I know, but like saying that like this all could have been avoided by not unfollowing, like that's just the laziest form of the argument because
Okay. I mean,
You-
look,
you
look,
shouldn't
again,
have to
that's just me
defend- you shouldn't have
looking
to
in.
defend
I
yourself.
think he should have unfollowed him.
yeah,
Regardless.
Yeah,
You
okay,
know,
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like this is an unforeseen consequence. You know what I mean? Of that.
Social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Mike Tyson. That's somebody respond. I didn't know. I never saw that response. That's funny as shit. I'm trying to find what Nick summed it up really well because somebody was like talking shit.
Yeah, you can put
off
it.
that
I
tweet.
want to see what Nick has to say about it.
I'll say it. I'm not gonna like
'cause
post it,
I
but
know
I'll show you.
we
I'll tell you.
I know we didn't. I know, like, whenever this first started, Nick didn't really say anything for a long time,
Yeah, Nick was very.
which is very professional of him. I think he's handled this the best way
Nick
he could.
handles social media, Discord better than
Yeah.
anybody.
I think he's handled it the best. Like, I'm gonna say that up front. I feel like
Yeah.
Huskers is really trying to start shit, and like Nick has just handled
Huskers
it.
has a fucking T-shirt coming out. He's just trying to get people to look at him so he can sell his
And-
shirt. bro.
and-
He's nuts.
And Nick is like,
It's a
you
business
know,
strategy, but like he already has people that watch him. Like it's like it's so bananas that like it would be one thing if someone like I said some crazy shit about Nick and they got a bunch of traction to get eyes on me. Like,
Exactly.
but like people, there's so many like Huskers already has a pretty like decent following. It's just silly.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, and Huskers has just been so unprofessional with this. Nick like didn't say anything for like a couple days, and then when he did say something, according to you, like it was the best thing he could say towards that.
Well, the first thing he said was kind of just silly, but the second thing, okay, so here it is.
I don't think Huskers should have called him a big man baby though.
Okay, so Nick said this man called me a man baby. Holy fuck, smiley face. Like the like crying laughing emoji.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I mean, did you really unfollow him because you got salted declining your idea of hosting back-to-back matches? And then someone said, why would Nick follow someone who's being okay, I'm not going to say that, being a word. And then the same guy who said the first thing said, I mean, it's childish to unfriend someone because they don't agree with you. I think that's just to call someone a man baby. Nick's macho response was immature. I'm not loyal to either. I've watched both players stream and game. In my opinion, Nick could have handled it better from the get-go. Nick responds to that. He says, the problem is, I think you're assuming we were friends to begin with. I mean, friends of friends, maybe, yeah, but nothing more than that, really. Chill out, Chief. It's all gravy. A few people respond to that, and then someone else says, he does look frail, but to get aggressive and call out a man based on his physical stature, cue the L. Nick responds to that and said, bro, you're a soft one, huh? So by your book, he can start the whole thing, act goofy, talk shit, then when I respond, I'm the bully? It's motherfuckers like you, bro. Bullying ain't right, but fuck any motherfucker that talks shit and then plays the victim. That's the best way of.
Yeah.
He worded
Yeah.
it fantastic.
That's
Nick's really good at Twitter because he knows how to like use it.
But
He has a really good economy of words for his tweets.
I think just saying that he unfollowed him because of the match is a little bit of a bad summary of it. Because this just sounds like somebody who's been toxic for a long time, and Nick just finally got fed up with it.
People
you
in
know?
general, like Huskers is just like when you watch him, I don't like being judgmental. This is simply my view on it. Huskers is the kind of person that is going to be kind of shitty in those situations. Like whether or not he's in the right or the wrong, he's just the guy that's going to talk shit. And Nick will like talk shit, but it's like he's
It's
talking
like at
shit.
the end of the day, he'll be like, I still love you, bro.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
talks shit for fun.
Yeah.
Huskers talk shit and is like he bans people who plays in his customs that kill him sometimes. Like
Yeah, that's dumb.
he's like that kind of guy. Like he's
Oh,
like it's just silly,
I
bro.
don't like that.
He deleted him off his Friendster. Exactly. Huskers taking the Keemstar route. Yeah. Nick
No.
made a fantastic point. They've never been in the same circle or played together. Like, who gives a fuck if he unfollowed?
I mean, yeah, and
Yeah.
I agree with that too. Like, you know, that what I said earlier was like my only concern about it. I was like, you know, about like the two followings and stuff like that and kind of having them conflict with each other. But I mean, other than that, if the dude's toxic, unfollow him, you know what I mean? Like there's so many people that me and you have cut out of our lives just because they were toxic, and in turn we're making us toxic, you know? And I feel like this is just part of that toxicity that comes about when you're trying to get away from a toxic situation. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be everything's gonna work out good. I mean, MFAM will come back stronger.
Well, they're
Huskers
not even
people-
no dent was made. Like
Well, I
MFAM's
mean,
just as
yeah.
strong as ever,
But I
if not
mean,
stronger.
and-
Honestly,
and
if anything,
Huskers-
this has made you MFAM unite and be like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, fuck that guy, because
But-
he's just being like he's just complaining.
And then Huskers like group or whatever will go on and keep watching him and shit. They don't have to interact with each other. The world's a big place.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are, but I deduce they are less than amicable at the present time. I mean, yeah, the Huskers guy is. Nick's a pretty good dude. I've met like. here's the-
And Nick seems cool. I like.
Nick's a
Nick.
great person,
Yeah.
bro. Like, here's the thing. I'm not looking at all this through rose-colored glasses 'cause it's like my friend that I met online. Like, I deal cards at a fucking poker game. Like, my job is watching people lie to each other. Like,
Yeah.
I've gotten good at like reading people, not just reading people at poker, but reading people in real life. You know that. How many times have I called out what you're thinking, what our other friends are thinking, like in the middle of an argument, and like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's not me trying to brag. I'm saying that I'm not bad at reading people.
It did sound like you were trying to brag.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Sure,
I'm just kidding.
but what I'm saying is, like, I've met a lot of these people in real life. I haven't met Huskers, but I've met Nick. Nick's
Yeah.
like the realest person. He's such a real. The guy you see on stream, like when you see him in
It's
person,
him.
it's
gen-
literally the same.
genuinely
Like down
the
to
same
the
guy.
dumb jokes,
Yeah.
down to the goofy ass attitude, down to the confrontation. Like if you talk shit, he's gonna talk shit right back in person, like hardcore. Like it's great.
I don't
Charlie,
know. I think
Charlie, what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go home and unfollow you just for like
Unfollowed after
bragging.
unmodded. What'd you say?
I think I'm gonna go home and unfollow you just because of you bragging.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how we would be trying to tag me in tweets then because we don't.
Well, if you
still be
if
able
you
to
didn't
tag
follow me,
you still be able to tag me.
if I unfollowed you and you tagged me, I just wouldn't see the notification
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
Yeah, well, like if I went to notifications, I would see it, but it wouldn't show up as like
it
a.
wouldn't alert
It
you.
wouldn't alert me. Yeah,
Hmm.
Charlie, what am I thinking? It's not exactly
Look,
what I
let's
mean by
just
that.
let's just fake fight each other and unfollow each other for like
And
to
keep
get-
doing the podcast.
to get
like
more
have a-
views.
like do the
then
podcast
we'll-
with a facade of like we hate each other, but we have to do it because we're like under contract or
Yes.
something.
And then like
Like
and
Opie
then,
and Anthony.
like I'll split off and still do the podcast, but like from your chair, and you'll have your own podcast in that same chair, and sometimes we'll like fight over times to do the
Copenhagen, sort of, but not really. It's a little
podcast.
different.
So like Steve,
No. Like not quite Tom, but like 5 under him.
is Nick to Twitch?
Like Nick doesn't own Twitch, but he's like the biggest streamer. If he's not the biggest, he's
Who
number
was
2
Tom
or
to
3.
MySpace?
Tom was the guy that owned mine, like made MySpace. I
Oh.
believe. Tom from
Is
MySpace.
still around?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's still like 50 or 60,000 active users apparently.
Wow, that's a small Nick.
It's probably all drug trading and shit. Like it's probably all like secret, just a way to communicate. He was everyone's friend. Exactly. Neo about a backstop. Why your ass if you fuck with Nick?
Charlie. Let's make
Rooch the Walking Dead.
MySpaces.
No.
Why not?
I mean you can go have a blast. I don't want to.
I wonder what MySpace games they have, like Facebook games.
I don't know. I don't know what Facebook games are. I didn't even know Facebook
so
had games.
I'm not into Facebook games, but like they have Scrabble and checkers and pool.
That's not Facebook games. That's games on Facebook. There's a difference. Like you can. Those are all games you can play
They
in
have
the App
like
Store. On
they
the
have
App
like
Store.
farmer games and all kinds of stuff.
I've been banned, modded, followed, unmodded, unfollowed, followed again, and got 300 from the dude I fuck with him. Exactly. Like Chris is a good. Chris has been around like
Who
just
said Scrabble?
so much fucking fun. I do love Scrabble. I'll admit.
Or Words with Friends. That's just Scrabble.
One year, like for a big event, whether it's like a holiday or something, we need to all get together
and play Scrabble.
and play like you, me, get someone like David to come in, someone like Matt, get like 4 or 5 of us to come in and play like a game while we stream. Like not even do a podcast. Like it's a podcast and we're talking, but it's like us playing a game while we're podcast. Like whether it's fucking, I don't know what it would be. Charlie, can we get an online Scrabble stream? Oh my god,
Let's do
low
that.
key.
That'd be fun.
The thing is, it would be fun, but we'd have to have a way of doing it where they could see what we all had.
And no, we can't see. No,
We could, yeah, we could. I
Well,
mean,
we wouldn't be able to see each other's.
obviously, but we'd have to. So what would probably happen is like how we have the OBS over here. We'd have to have the OBS over here and just have the chat over it like that, so we couldn't see what they see. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Or they would just watch us. I don't know. We'd figure it out. We'd have to first
I'd
we have
need
to decide a
second
game.
screen.
First we'd need to decide a game. Why would you need a second screen?
so I can play Scrabble on the windscreen and have the Discord notes pulled up.
No, we'd play Scrabble.
Oh, on the table.
Yeah,
Oh, we we could hang the camera like from.
Yeah,
there.
that would be
That'd
the
be
easiest
fun,
thing to
yeah.
do.
We need somebody to commentate it though, like Michael.
No, we would just play and talk
No,
like
we
this while
we
we're
need
playing.
somebody to commentate though, like
Charlie can
like Charlie lines up the S.
hold on. You were about to say Chris is a good example. Chris is a really good example of somebody who's been around for a long time and seen like all the versions of Nick with me. Like in terms of the people that stay in our stream and watch like with us. Like Chris is like old school MFam.
Yeah.
Like he's not just really old. He's also like old school.
He's been
MFam.
watching MFAM for a long time.
He's either been watching as long or longer than me. Like
Probably
maybe
longer
if
than
it's less, it's not by much. How long have you been subbed? My 68 month was yesterday.
nice. Good on you, bro.
Well, I resubbed for my 68. It was really like 4 days ago is when it actually happened. I just wasn't. I wasn't online. Wait, you're both illiterate though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, but you can make up words. I'm down for that. You down for that?
no. I'd
Why
rather be literate. I feel like they say we're illiterate and like none of them understand that we wrote so many scripts
Yeah.
and questions for shows that like we were fact checkers. We're
purposely illiterate.
It's almost like we're like we're illiterate because we're tired of being so literate.
yeah.
Our job was being
Literally
literate. Our job was being I'm a 9 month. All y'all fuck off, man.
Hey, did you see that Tiger Woods got in a car crash today?
I did. I think he's gonna be okay. His leg got fucked up. I think
Both of his legs.
both his legs got fucked up, but he'll be okay probably.
He
I don't
broke both of his legs.
know. He'll be fine.
I
He's
think he
Tiger
got
Woods.
ran off the road by the mafia. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that's what happened.
You're pretty sure?
Yeah.
Off of based on what?
Like, he was driving a nice car. He seems like he's got mafia ties. It was the mafia.
I'm
hit.
aggressive tonight. Testosterone just up and
Because
up.
the reason you can tell it's a mafia hit is because the mafia leaves people alive, so that way they can pay him back. Because he can't collect from a dead man.
Open fractures to the right leg, upper and lower fractures, right ankle.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. Do you just have that pulled up, or you just memorize that?
I'm with Creighton.
Thank you.
Surgery went fine, but open fractures can be fucked in a couple of days.
Yeah. Do you think
We'll
he'll be
see.
able to play the Masters this year?
When are the Masters?
I don't know.
Then I don't know.
Mafia, just go with it. Is that their slogan? Mafia, just go with it.
April 5th, no. He will not be playing in the Masters this year.
Damn.
I mean, unless he has like a fucking bananas recovery.
I mean, that's what they were talking about
'Cause
today on
April-
the news. Like, they're
April-
like, this man's been in and out
we're
so
talking
much.
we're talking 40 days away. Like you know what I mean? Like it's very it could be if he is my man has God's fortune,
He will
he'll be fine.
Yeah, I believe that. 'Cause like, look at this. This man's been through so much. You remember when it came out that he had like 80 girlfriends or whatever?
Yes.
It was
Talk for a moment.
every day there was a new woman, and he had fucked them all. And just was like okay with it. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, his wife left him, which she probably needed to 'cause that's awful. But like, the man, like at least 80 women have ridden his dick, and like the man's just really good at golf. The man was at a moral low, then wrecked and hurt his fucking back, and then came back and won the Masters in 2019. Like that's a comeback if I've ever even heard one. He held a tiny
I'm
cake.
surprised
that
he
looked
didn't
like a
get
house.
AIDS.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like Easy E. Well, Easy E, there's a really crazy conspiracy theory. Have you ever
oh
heard?
yeah, that he was given AIDS by like a CIA hitman or
No,
something?
by Suge Knight.
Oh yeah.
Suge Knight. So here's the story. Suge Knight went to prison, but not for that
Yeah.
because that was never like
Also Videz looks like Suge Knight.
okay. Suge Knight was on, bro. So Suge Knight was on like a late night show. I want to say it was like Jay Leno or something.
Yeah. And confessed to it, right? Or something like that.
Yes and no.
It's kind of like the House of Cards guy thing, where like the day, like right before the guy killed himself, he was like had that that terrifying.
No, it was
video.
after.
Oh, that was after it.
It was after that guy
Yeah.
killed himself.
So it's kind of like that thing.
It was like a week. No more, please. Wait.
No.
Oh, no more Suge Knight shit. Please, please, no more. He just fucking is so much. What? I'm just gonna say this.
Okay.
He was on that show a long time ago, and excuse me, but he can die. Yeah, no, I'm with you. He was on a show. I don't like him. I hate the guy.
Yeah, the
He was
guy's
on the
kinda
show.
awful.
He was like he's an evil man. He was on the show. He was on like a late night show, and he was talking, and they were talking about like how I think in the show Oz, it's like a prison show.
Mhm.
A guy kills another guy by poking him with a comb that has AIDS on the end of it, and like
Mhm.
poking his skin, and it gets in his bloodstream and it kills him. Not like immediately, obviously, but like it gives him AIDS
It's
and he
the-
dies.
It's the slow.
It's a slow death.
Yeah.
And they were like, they
It's the
mentioned
long
something
game.
like that, like stabbing somebody with like a knife with AIDS on it, and Suge Knight was like, yeah, it's like what happened with Eazy-E. And that's not what was in like the papers
was
or
in-
anything.
yeah.
That was just,
And Jalen was like, "What?"
it got really quiet and it was kind of awkward. Like, I don't know,
Jalen was
man.
like, "Yeah, anyway, I got like 40 fucking cars that are like classics."
Exactly. It's like,
Because Jay Leno didn't want to keep
Death Row
fucking-
died. Ironic. LMAO Death Row died. Yes.
Ironic. Like, the
He killed
Palpatine-
Tupac. Like what? You think? Everything loops back to him. Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like he was in control of a lot of the horrible shit that happened in that industry.
Yeah. You still think horrible shit happens in that industry?
I mean, horrible shit happens in every industry,
Yeah.
but I think that he was definitely the like the boss of all the horrible shit.
Knees of
No.
the horrible. I
No.
thought that's where you were going for a second. He's the boss.
We
He-
can't like prop the controversy up. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely just a crazy
Well, we've
situation.
talked about that before on here, though. You know,
the
whole
Suge Knight thing,
yeah.
have we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like something we
it was
would
like
have talked about at
early,
some point.
like, we weren't even out of the 40s yet. Like episode 40s, not 140s.
What bounces and makes kids cry? My donation check to feed the children. The rap Messiah, but I am the real Messiah. Oh my god. What? What? Creighton. What
Daft
the fuck?
Punk broke up.
They did.
That was sad. After 28 years. I don't know. I think they fucking need a break.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, does them breaking up mean that there's like beef, or does it mean that they are just not
I
wanting to
think-
perform? Like, what does that mean
So
exactly?
their closing things was, it was fun while we were the only ones wearing masks, and now everybody's wearing masks, so it's not fun. So we're
Like Marshmallow's wearing masks. There's like tons of people.
so
doing
we're
it.
wrapping it up.
Yeah. OMG, what drama is it now? More Lana content? Mike and Lana are done. Is that who that is? Is Mike and Lana?
I don't know. I
The
don't know
Daft Punk
anything about
people?
Daft Punk, really.
I don't.
I just
I don't know
enjoy their
anything
music.
about them. I like their music. Yeah, like I don't know who they are
I like them in
under the
Tron,
helmets.
because they made the music for Tron.
I like them in Tron. Tron Legacy. They're in Tron.
I
Legacy.
like them in other stuff too.
I wonder if they were in the movie. Like, since they did the music, if they had like a little cameo where they were like in the background, like wearing their
Probably.
helmets. Or
If
something.
anywhere, they're probably in that party scene.
Or in the arena whenever they're fighting.
Maybe.
That would be cool if they're like if there's like a
I
close up
can't
of them.
believe
Like,
Tron
cheering.
was the bad guy in Tron. Was his name Tron? What was his name that like the evil guy had corrupted?
I honestly
Do
don't.
you remember that?
I don't.
Though,
It's been. I haven't seen the movie since it came out.
so they have like a Darth Vader arc going on where like the main character who's the best friend of Jeff Bridges in the first movie, who's like this insanely awesome character, has gotten corrupted by a copy by the clone of Jeff Bridges. That's
No,
like a
Lana
program.
Rhodes. Is Lana Rhodes a porn star? That sounds like a porn
It
star.
does sound like a porn. No, I think you're thinking about Abbey Rhodes
I don't know who that
or
is.
Abbey Road.
Abbey Road is the album by the Beatles.
No, but there's also a porn star named.
There's
Abbey
a porn star.
Look her up.
Let's make sure the screen can't see me. You keep saying words
So
while I figure this
I'm
out.
just waiting for you to see her because she's actually pretty impressive.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for me, but that's my type. Anyways, yes, Lana Rhodes is a porn star. Number 1. Lana Rhodes is number 1? What? And what count are you looking at? Quite the specimen. Wait, what does that have to do with Daft Punk? Mike and Lana are done? Works exclusively out of her ass. I feel like you're just saying words. You're throwing words at the board to see what sticks, and I am not appreciating it. Shit. What was I looking at? Oh,
How do you spell her Abby the way she spells it?
It's either Rode or R.
Abby.
Oh, ABBEY or
EY?
Y.
Why? There we go.
You got it?
Yeah, let me see. I mean, yeah, I get it. She's not like.
It's not like amazing, but it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
I get it.
it's good enough.
Works exclusively out of her ass. That is such a great
Did
way
you
of
look up
saying
Lana Road?
No, I know Lana Road. I thought I wasn't super sure. There's like a lot of like e-girls like on Twitter and in like gaming community that like have like porn star names that aren't porn stars. So like I sometimes forget.
You're like, is that a porn star? or
I don't
just a
wa- I don't
Twitch
I don't
streamer?
I don't think I watched Lana Rhodes, or if, I don't know if I have, but I like definitely know that that's probably a porn star name if it isn't. An e-girl? No, I was talking about another couple that broke up. I'm so confused.
Wait, so
I'm so confused by everything that you said. What? What are you looking at now?
I'm looking at Lana Rhodes. This is number 1.
You gotta
I mean,
remember, dude.
she's pretty, but
It's just
like,
it's just stats. It's just like who gets looked up the most. So I mean,
she's got a nice ass, but it's
you're
like,
number one and our number one. Everyone's
yeah,
number one's
that's
different.
fair. That's fair. That's very fair. I get that.
Who's your number one porn star?
I don't know right now. I'm kind of like at a tie. I like Monique Alexander a lot, and I like
I love that it's a tie. I love that you have multiple porn stars
I
that you
like
like so
Rochelle
much.
Ryan too. She's pretty cool too.
So those are both two people that like their names
And
sounds.
Lisa Ann.
Her and Gianna Michaels says Copenhagen. Both of those names.
Gianna Michaels is nice as well. Classic.
Now this is a good podcast topic. You said this so like.
All right, Gianna Michaels versus a grown house cat. Who wins?
80-pound house cat.
Oh my God! No, it was a joke.
I'm just saying, 80 pounds. Like most people without weapons aren't taking a. Only like jacked people.
I like
Only people
Bridget-
like Jack could win. People that are that big around, because they have like basically armor.
15-year-old.
That's a good point. God damn it! I hate that a 15-year-old brought up the porn
I like
conversation.
Maura Mills too.
Oh no, more of this. No. I watch so many different porn stars.
But
I don't
you
know if
like a lot. You watch a lot of girl on girl, whereas I watch.
I watch a lot of everything.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. I watch more like MILF stuff a lot, all the time, pretty much.
Okay. The cat is done. Let's drama better. yes, let's drama. Jenna Michaels' videos are so old, they're in 480p, but I still not.
Yeah,
don't
he's
like it.
right. I've watched. a couple
I've
of her
never
videos.
had a problem completing
See,
on different quality.
we were talking about
who
this.
was it?
It was Chris. Chris was
Chris.
like, I have to have it in like the best
In
quality.
like 1080p or 4K or
I
better.
thought it was going to be the reverse for you two. 'cause
Yeah.
everything else you fucking watch has to be like the best version of that. Like you can't do it otherwise. And
Yeah,
then
like
you're
if-
like porn is like it could be grainy as fuck, and I like.
Well, it's 'cause porn is it's so much of a superficial thing. You're like you have a job to get done. Like I don't care about the plot enough to worry about what's actually going on. Like in the end of the
have
day,
you
I'm
ever
just trying.
criticized a porn plot? Have you ever
Yes.
watched it and been like, oh, well, this acting's horrible.
Yes.
That jizz on her face is definitely
I'ma
not
keep it-
legitimate.
No, but I mean the actual acting. I'm gonna keep it 100%. Sometimes it's so bad that I can't even watch it.
Really?
Sometimes there's
Oh my
porn
God.
where they're acting so bad that I'm like, I know a lot of
No.
other porns that I like that is better than this.
So
That it's better
there's
than
only ever been one that I haven't liked. Because of that,
the one with those two dudes.
no. Well, so the acting on both ends was just so bad, and the noises they were making, because it was like the moaning noises were just so phoned in. It was like, oh, yeah, and I was like, nope, and then I changed videos.
Charlie's like that scene in Ted 2 when they go on his computer. You got counterclockwise and clockwise. What is this? Clockwise rim job and counterclockwise rim job. Johnny, what are you doing?
It sounds like Michael.
Michael
would do that, like if he's going like that voice if he was going.
Oh,
deeper.
Michael doing Ted,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it's basically Peter Griffin, but a little deeper.
Yeah.
Because, like, Peter's like this, and like Ted's just kind of like a little bit, you're doing the
See,
same thing
I
with your
feel like
voice.
Peter
You're doing the
is-
same shit with your voice, but
See,
you're going deeper and
to
getting a little
me,
meaner. Because it's
Peter
Boston.
Peter was deeper than Ted is. Ted seems a little bit more higher to me than Peter.
Ted is higher pitch?
To me.
Really?
To me. I don't know. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. since-
Lowest.
But see, you're talking
Lowest.
him saying
Lowest.
because I'm thinking of the.
I used to
That's
be able to
not
do it a lot.
funny. That's not funny at all.
Is my eye big? Yeah. Good. Good. But Ted's so Boston. It's like this. It's like it goes down.
I
Like
get-
Ted.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's like the
Situational or
sound,
something.
The sound waves, the wavelengths are further
I
apart.
have no
for
idea.
Ted's voice.
I don't know how to describe it. Have you ever seen your reflection in the screen after you nut? That shit is humbling. It is.
Nope, haven't seen that.
Well, sometimes you want the tongue to go sometimes you want the tongue to go the other way. It's like, for Mark Wahlberg, was the perfect casting to play his friend. It's so good, dude. The Ted movies, both of them are. They need to make the third one. Have I ever read you the Ted 3 IMDb page?
It's like ongoing, isn't it? I
Well,
think
it's not
we've
ongoing.
talked
It's
about it here.
somebody did it like years ago, and they never actually went through with the movie.
Oh my god! What
But
is
the
it?
summary of it, hold on, Ted 3 IMDb. Okay, so. Wait, no.
What is it?
This is not the same. This is a different Ted 3. Where's the...
Is there actually a Ted 3 coming?
No, I don't think so. Open to it. No, this is not the fucking thing. Hold on, let me find it. It's so good. Ted 3 IMDb synopsis. I gotta find it, bro. It's so funny.
Sinopolopolis.
Not Bill and Ted. There's Ted. Ted 2.
Ted
God
Talk.
damn it, I'm not gonna find it. I think it's finally been taken down.
Damn.
It was incredible. Like the idea for what it was. It's so much to even try and explain. Charlie, can you act better? You a better porn star? I think I could be a porn star.
Oh,
I think we could both be porn stars.
we didn't talk about the ketchup results from yesterday.
I don't know what that means.
So I put over the weekend a poll on my Twitter to see like where people store their ketchup, in the kitchen or in the cabinet or in the refrigerator. The results was like overwhelming, like 94% like in the fridge, and with like what is that, 6% in the cabinet.
Why?
I was
Why
just
is that
curious.
why is that not only is that something you ask, but then two, why is that something you think is worthy of podcast like announcement?
So let me get into it. So hold on, I just want to double check my numbers here.
In the
I had
fridge, you
18
sociopath. Yeah, me too. No, I'm with you on the fridge.
I
That's not
had 18 people vote on it, though,
what okay.
and 2 people
Who
hearted
wants
it, 1
warm
people
ketchup?
commented. The thing I was bringing up about is every restaurant that you go to most of the time keeps the ketchup right there on the table all day, as if it's being stored in a cabinet. So, like, does that bother
a
you
table.
as someone who puts it in? But you
I use it both ways. I don't care.
You
I really
care?
don't care that much. Like, I'd rather it be cold, but I don't care. I've eaten it. Like, I've used ketchup that was on the table
And the same with
dozens
packets.
of times.
The packets just sit.
Yeah.
They're not in a cooler. They're
Exactly.
sitting on a display thing.
Exactly.
So, like, to those of you who are, like, hardcore, I would never eat it on a shelf or off the cabinet. Like, I don't think that's true.
Okay. I need to go, or else I'll get another 85 on history. So have a good night, guys. Later, Hamid. Thanks for
Thank you,
stopping in.
2%. For
Peace and
voting.
love.
Peace and love. Or P&L, as he put it. That should be the name of our podcast, P&L.
No.
I'll be P's and you be low. I'll be P and you be L. Take that L, Charlie.
This podcast is the opposite of peace and love. This would be that would be a terrible. That would be just as ironic a name as Shirts Off. So I guess it would work in that sense, but there's just no shot.
Last night I left your house, right? And when I was on the way here, there was deer sitting in like this in front of this person's house right here, like just in the yard, chilling, looking at me. When I left last night, those deer were still there, just looking at me. They didn't even get up. Like these deer were comfortable, like laying out
I'm pretty
on
sure.
this front lawn, and I drove right by them, and they didn't even react. Like they didn't
Pretty sure one
run
of
away.
those trees over there is a pecan tree. So they sit under it a lot of the nights and like they eat and then they get full and they just hang out.
That's
I'm
pretty cool.
pretty sure that's what it is. I
You
think
have the equivalent of a deer bar just right across the street.
they're all over this neighborhood. Like it's crazy how many deer there are in this neighborhood.
But it looks
constantly.
like the thing that surprised me about it is normally they'll like, even if they just see you from like really far away, they'll be like, oh fuck, and like, you know, take off. But these deer just didn't give up.
They were vibing.
Fuck.
Yeah, here like at night, like you gotta like slow down and like talk to them for them to leave. Like they're so used to cars now, they just don't care.
So apparently my cousin who lives in PA just
Pennsylvania.
randomly decided to come to Nashville tonight. Haven't seen him in at least 5 years.
Damn.
Or find
Are you
me.
like with him right now? Like, is he there or is he
Is-
like about to be there? Like, what's going on
And
there?
have you introduced him to the Shirts Off podcast?
Don't.
Get him to like, comment, and subscribe. No, he's in West Virginia. We'll send him our link to watch while he's riding through West Virginia.
So
West
is he like on the
Virginia.
way and passing through West Virginia, or is that where he lives and he's just not here yet?
Mama,
Country road.
take me home.
I hate you. I hate that song.
Why? It's such a
Somebody
good
I
song.
really hate used to sing it all the time.
Somebody you really hate?
Yes, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yes,
it
on the
somebody
way.
I
Okay.
know?
No.
Oh, damn it. Oh, well. Here we go.
Yes, it was Tara.
Was it?
No,
Oh, I was about to say. Why did you just call her out like that? Or Twitch.
it was just a
I'm
it was just a like I hate
Um,
that person joke.
Guess what?
How can you hate John Denver? I don't hate John
Yeah,
Denver.
how can
I like
you
John
hate
Denver.
John Denver?
In all
You're a
reality, I
fucking
like the
monster.
song, but I can't hear it anymore because all I hear is him saying it, this person, and I don't like it. Texted my brother and was like, "You guys live in Nashville, right?" And he's like, "I'm on my way," and I was like, "Fuck, I can't have family pay for a hotel." Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Have him come right in, sleep on the couch or the pull out, whatever you got going on, or you sleep on the pull out and he sleeps in your
Yo,
bed.
Chris, what's your like?
What's your address?
No,
What's your social
That's not-
security
that's
number?
I want to ask this without seeming like I want like an in or anything, but it is because I want an in. Do you recliner? Okay, so I was gonna say like, what kind of like accommodation would you have if someone wanted to come hang out in
Do
Nashville?
you have the floor space basically for me and Charlie just to come up there and just hang out?
I
Can
don't
we
let
bring
hookers pay.
mattresses?
I don't let hookers pay for hotels either. There you go.
You
Let's
shouldn't.
see, classy. That's a classy man.
You
Copenhagen.
tip people
You're
for their services.
exactly. You think prostitution should be legal?
Should be legal or illegal?
Legal.
Legal,
Like
but
allowed to happen.
legally, but legal, but heavily regulated.
Yes. You think that?
Like heavily.
you think that should
like,
be?
and
I'm
I
saying.
mean, like heavily.
is that you
regulated.
saying yes?
Yes,
Okay.
but like more regulated than gambling is.
I mean, yeah, gambling's barely regulated.
Well, what's something that's very, very regulated?
In this country, not much.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Like, what's more regulated than the border? No, more regulated than airline. Like, getting on an airline.
Yes, there you
There
go. That's
we
a
go.
really regulated.
Yeah.
9/11 made that shit regulated. I do have an extra mattress and air mattress, but living room living.
But
living room living.
also, but apparently, like shit gets through all the time. Apparently, like
Yeah, but like I feel like alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
hence ATF.
Yeah, but I feel that shit. that's not like the most regulated shit in the world.
Yeah.
It's like pretty easy to get around a lot of those things.
I have a firearm on me right now.
I know so many kids who drank so
Yeah.
much. Like, not just like I don't mean like drank a beer at a party. I mean got fucking
Yeah.
plastered.
The A and T in that are not like watched that
And
closely.
honestly,
and
the firearms.
the
aren't
F part
even-
is just now getting to where it's kind of watched, but not really.
barely. Yeah, like I know all three
I
of those
picked up a
things
shotgun from my uncle in the parking lot of Piggly Wiggly, and nobody batted an eye.
when you were like what?
No, just recently.
Oh,
Like-
that's not a big deal.
I mean, yeah, but like
You can do that.
like we just had it out. Started
Yeah,
pointing
that's-
at people to make sure that.
Oh, well,
sights
that's
right
not
now.
okay.
We
From
had
a
to make
government oversized perspective.
we just had to make sure
Okay.
the sights were aligned properly, Charlie.
Right.
Nobody got hurt much.
Like you'd have a mattress or a recliner, but it'd be in the living room and always welcome.
Oh, sweet. Can I bring my own mattress?
Fed boy, what do you think? I think every fucking teenager and 20-year-old in America
Has drank or
like at least knows someone.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't, they know someone who has.
yeah.
Fed? Where? I've never done anything. I've never had alcohol,
I tell you what's
weed, no drugs really. Like the hardest drug I've ever done is that sweet, sweet melatonin.
I tell you what's like the
Or
scariest
leave.
thing about like having a gun.
I actually did. I've had Excedrin, which
It's
is
just
pretty
like
baller.
like knowing that this is like you could use this to like fuck someone up,
Kill
or, like,
them.
yeah, and kill
Yeah,
them.
in one
you know what
moment,
I mean?
like in the blink of an eye,
Yeah,
someone
and
is
it
no
would be-
longer alive
It would be
and thinking
so
things.
fast, you know.
Yeah, like it's so fast.
It's one of
ridiculous.
those things that I like, that I'm like, I could definitely, in the moment, I'm like, I could definitely defend myself. But then, like, when I start to sit down and think about it, I'm like, I don't know if I could do it. You know what I mean?
Charlie, from a government oversight perspective, liquor production, sales, and taxes.
It's just like,
Yeah, none of that I feel like is covered very well.
it's just like the Joker says in The Dark Knight. It's
I know.
like, it's too quick. It's too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy to do all those things. It's too easy to get away. Like, it's too easy to just people just bat an eye. They don't.
Yeah.
People don't do the thing. Like, I've seen liquor stores like sell to like 18-year-olds. Like, didn't even card them. Like, I've watched it happen. Like, it's crazy.
But you know,
Gas stations.
I view it like this: like, you could shoot somebody with a gun, the same way you could hit somebody with a boat. Like, you know,
No.
no. Hear me out.
You're using a bad analogy. I know what you're
Well,
saying, but
like
hitting someone with a
hitting
boat.
somebody with a car,
Okay,
I
that's
guess,
a better
is a better one.
Yeah,
because
much
everybody
better.
has access to a car,
Yes.
and you could kill them. And every day, people just get in their car and drive,
Yeah.
knowing that it's a possibility. Not
This-
that it's a guarantee.
the real
but
crazy
it's a
thing
possibility.
Is that the only thing keeping us in check on the road are these yellow lines?
Yeah.
Like, those yellow lines are essentially effectively imaginary. Like, in terms of their effectiveness.
Yeah.
Like, all we have to do is turn over them, and they don't mean anything.
Yeah. Or a stoplight.
Yeah,
Same-
exactly. All of
same
it.
example.
All of it is just. I'm not talking about underage drinking. You fucking ham sandwich.
What's he talking about?
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
He means as far as them being regulated. You're not talking about underage drinking. I'm not talking about underage drinking. I'm talking about them actually like regulating it being sold to people the way it's supposed to be sold to people.
2%. I just realized Fed Boy works so well because it's so close to Ed Boy.
Fed boy.
Fed Boy.
What do you think, Fed boy? All right, bedtime for me. Have a great rest of the podcast. Thanks, Chris. We love
Charlie,
you,
the
man.
son of a shepherd.
Charlie boy, you son of a shepherd. Love you, boy.
What else do we
Oh,
have
that's
in
funny.
the notes to talk about that we haven't got to? Let me do some scrolling.
Scroll where? Where's the scroll? Ben Mendelsohn?
Did you see the thing about pillars?
Like pillows?
I don't know if it's going on in Imager, but it's definitely a thing in iFunny right now, where like this meme was floating around where it's like, "Fuck your sign. What's your favorite pillar design?" And you had like basic and complex, and then like more complex.
Like pillars that hold up rooms and shit?
Yes. And then
Your lack of understanding government is palpable. Well, yeah, I never have worked in government. I mean, a lot of people don't understand
use
government.
big words we don't know the meaning of, Copenhagen.
Well, and I understand all those words. I don't understand government. I don't understand the word government. I
I
don't understand.
refuse to understand.
I don't understand what he means and what he's talking about with government.
Because
In terms of what I was saying is that oversight, I guess an oversight perspective is that like the production and sales and taxes of it are regulated pretty well. Maybe.
but it's
But
like,
I know so many people that just give away shit
yeah, just
because they
hands it
own
out.
the liquor store.
Yeah.
Like like not literally a liquor store, but like stuff in that guise of like I guess as long as it gets to the owner of the stores, the government's done its job. So yeah,
so far.
I guess. Manufacturing, not sales. Okay, well then there you go.
Well, there you go.
Then that I guess is pretty regulated.
So
I guess by the time it just gets to the people, it's just really
it blew
not
up,
regulated.
It blew up to a thing where people were talking shit about people who like the more complex over the more simple. And another meme came out where it was like people with smooth brains like the more complex, whereas us people who are like was it don't say us. Not us, not me and them, but like I'm quoting where us people who like the
simple round pillars
simple yeah
are like super smart or something.
yes.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't either. I just wanted to talk about it with you because it's a thing, and like I wanted to, see what
I
you
think
thought
it's just
about
a meme, dude. It's just a
it. It's
meme.
blowing up. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
it's
pillars
just a
are
meme.
going to be the next
Bitcoin.
Yeah,
But
invest
put
all,
stock in pillars, everybody.
invest all your money in pillars, basically.
Are you still?
Yes. So,
Have you started?
this is one.
I prefer the 5 pillars of Islam. Oh my god, it's so far, Creighton. You have to hand me
Oh,
the
hold
phone.
up. Yeah.
How it feels to be a blank enjoyer in a blank society. That bottom one seems pretty like complex.
No, that's the basic one.
Like that pillar over there is basic as fuck. That's a square. That pillar behind you is literally a fucking rectangle. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing insane about it.
I mean, you say that.
I mean, I know it. Look at it. Look at that pillar, and then that pillar you were looking at is so much. The not complex pillar in that one is so. Look at that. It's literally just Dude, you just don't pay attention to anything anyone says.
No, I'm listening to you. I want to drop it in.
It's not about listening. I'm saying, look. Like, I'm saying, use your face. And, like, look at that. Like, that pillar is the fucking blandest. All it has is, the most exciting thing is it has trimming at the top.
But I like it.
Oh, so you're an intellectual, apparently.
No, I just mean
According to the meme
like,
structure, you're an
It
intellectual.
depends on the pillar, but I like that pillar. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait a second.
What?
That meme made it seem like, do they think that
It's-
intellectuals
It goes back and forth.
oh, okay. So that one would imply
Yes.
that the shitty
Yes.
pillar is like
The-
dumb people.
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird, right? It's going back and forth.
I feel like you're getting too like cued into this weird social media thing.
I just feel like I'm on the cutting edge. Nobody else. Nobody else knows. What's
Right.
going on.
Right.
I have my finger so far on the pulse. I'm seeing into the future, basically. And what the future is a war of people who are like against plain pillars and people who are against complex design pillars.
Okay.
I reread I prefer the 5 pillars of Islam.
Anyway.
I wanted to tell a little bit more about my trip to my dad's hometown this weekend. So, on the way down there, there's big fields everywhere. And normally you have like these 6-foot deep trenches going on each side of the road to help the irrigation of the fields. We've had so much rain, Charlie. Those irrigation trenches were filled up and overflowing into the road. Because all that water's just washing down to the low country. And like kept having a detour going down there because complete roads are washed.
It's like
out.
whenever the soccer fields get flooded. Like when the soccer fields, dude, the soccer fields here have been so flooded that they were up to the road.
Yeah.
That is a fucking.
That's bananas.
That's like becoming a lake at that point. How big that area
Yeah.
is. Like you're talking no longer a big pond. You're talking like a small lake.
Mhm.
That whole area is absurdly big. Like it's like
Yeah.
more than it's like a whole square mile or two. Like it's huge.
Exactly.
Like from one
and
end,
it
like
goes
under
over
that
to the rec department.
Exactly, like past the rec department, and then the other direction, like over the road through those woods, it's connected under that bridge.
Yeah.
So like it's that whole, it's like it becomes a fucking bayou.
Yeah.
Like it's you could boat it
And-
easily.
And that's and it's even worse down there because they're such low level because it's
Exactly.
low country. I mean, they're right there at the beach.
Yeah.
That water just has nowhere to go once the rivers has stopped being able
well,
to
except
like
the
take it.
ocean.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I know what you're saying. I know what
Once
you're
the
saying.
water gets so backed up, there's like nowhere for it to go. And apparently, like a lot of my dad's friends were telling me this, beavers have dammed up all their like their drainage creeks over the summer and stuff. So all that water was just like fucking destroying roads and like
Yeah.
washing out bridges. Like they were trying to go to town, and the way to get to town is like you have to go over like a bunch of bridges and stuff. And water was like literally pushing against the bridge and sometimes splashing over and going over.
If Creighton was a candy, he'd be circus peanuts. Fucking clown. No,
But-
I agree.
But the thing is, to me, so I've never been down there, like, when we've had so much rain. I've never seen those trenches filled up to where they're overflowing. I mean, these are fucking deep trenches. Like, if nobody had been down there before and was just driving, they'd be like, oh, okay, it's a little puddle, like, inside the road. But if you accidentally go off the road and you're not paying attention and you crash in that puddle, you could drown because your whole vehicle could get swallowed up into the 6-foot trench. It's crazy. To me.
No, it is crazy.
Because it's like, imagine you're just driving wrong, right? And you just are like,
You just don't.
yeah,
you
you just
don't.
don't
You
know.
think the turn is a little sooner than it is, and then
Yeah.
you turn right into
Yeah.
this fucking giant
you're
ditch.
gone, you know? That to me, I was the whole time I was like, damn, like, you know, I really hope nobody like wrecks into this.
Yeah, it's stuff like that that makes me like just want to get a house on stilts somewhere, and just or like up on a hill, you know, like
A very tall hill.
not even very tall, just tall enough to where the water is not gonna.
Well, my
get
dad's house
high
is
enough.
on stilts, and my mom's getting a house potentially that will be on stilts. She'll probably get a house on stilts. She's very
Does she?
smart.
Does she not have one picked out yet?
No,
I thought they did. I thought they were like definitely moving into one. No.
no,
Did they like find one and just decide no?
no,
No.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I understand. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like the idea is that she will get a house on stilts eventually.
Does this week feel so slow already to you?
No. It feels
really?
like it's been fast.
Dude,
Yeah.
Maybe for me it's just because like these 2 days have felt like 4 days because I've like woken
see,
up,
I've
slept,
been-
woken up,
I've
slept,
already
woken up,
worked
slept.
3 days in a row, and it feels like I just got back from my dad's hometown, like yesterday.
So yesterday I went to bed, like I went to sleep at like 8 or 9 or 10 a.m. or something. Got up at 2, did a podcast. Stayed up for like an hour after the podcast. Went back to bed. You woke me up for this podcast. We did that podcast. I went back to bed. Woke up at 8 or I woke up at 9 this morning. Was up all day. Went to bed at like 7 or 8 p.m. Like late, just really not even bed. Like laid on the couch. Waited for you to come get me up for the podcast, and now we're here. Like that is so many waking ups.
I think that's what it is for you.
It
'cause
feels
you're
like so
waking up, going to bed, wake up, going to bed.
I like it. Like I like when days feel longer. I like when time feels like it's going by slower.
I like it when it feels like it's going by slower too, but like it's just I don't know. Last week felt like it was a lot slower to me than this week. I don't know why or for whatever reason. I guess it's 'cause I found out about that trip and I was ready to go. And now this week I'm just like I've been doing better at work. Like I hope I don't jinx myself, but like the last couple of days, like I'm, was it 2 out of 3 so far? So that's
2 out of 3 what?
days that like the office has just been even.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. I got you.
So it's like I'm like fucking killing it right now, as compared to last week, which every fucking day it was something weird and
Something was
different.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it didn't start out like that. I honestly believe it's because I was just so fucking tired from working 7 days in a row, like fucking 8 hours a day.
The average American work schedule is absurd.
It is.
You should
It's
not work.
crazy.
You should not work that much.
It's
like-
crazy.
Like even like a normal. There was I forget the campaign that the people were trying to run, but like there was a really good campaign where people did a lot of the math and like realized how it could work. That working like 4 days a week should be like the norm for most people.
It should be.
You should have 3 days off. And in any combination, like 3 days off in a row, 4 days on in a row, or like you work one day, don't work the next, work one day, don't work the next, work one day, don't work. Like
See, I would
however
hate that
you
one.
however you do it. I don't think I would care. Like if I worked my job 4 days a week, bro.
What's up, Clem?
Oh shit.
Clem is now hosting with 1 viewer. Thank you, Clem.
Thanks, Clem. Thanks for
We love you.
hosting with yourself. I love you.
I love you, Clem.
Hey, Clem. But
Clem, we gotta come. You gotta come and see us, bro.
could you imagine if I worked my job twice
Like,
as much as
oh
I
my
do a
God.
week?
I think. Well,
We'd be in Nashville right now.
yeah, we could just go. You know what I mean?
We'd be going.
We
to
already
do
have
it.
that bus or whatever.
Well,
we're
we
gonna
wouldn't.
use to
I don't know.
make-
We wouldn't be quite that far along.
We need a tractor.
I need to talk to you after the podcast.
about a tractor.
No, remind me to talk to you about Matt.
Matt.
Yes, it's not
Like
really
Matt the
about.
person. Or
Yes,
a
about Matt,
Oh,
the
okay.
person. It's barely really about him. It's just that'll be the thing that reminds me about
Okay.
what we need to talk about.
So we're gonna get a tractor.
No.
Oh. I
No.
really want a big green tractor, Charlie, so we can write songs about it. and
Take
sing
a ride on my big green tractor.
Matt.
Yo, Matt.
Yes. Matt
Hey,
hasn't
Clem.
here. Matt hasn't been here lately.
He starts his new job tomorrow,
Ooh, good.
and
for
he
Matt.
was very nervous, so he was
Matt-
trying really hard to like get a normal sleeping schedule today.
Matt's the man.
We were
I
texting
love
about it
Matt.
earlier. I do too. He is very quickly become one of my favorite human beings in the world. I like in terms of not just like strict loyalty, like he is one of the best people I've ever met.
Mm.
I love Matt. He like genuinely like just he's just such a you can tell so quickly that he is a very genuinely good person. Like I would trust Matt with my life. Like he's that kind of it's like that level already of like friend, you know what I mean? Like you, me, Matt, like that trifecta going out in the world and doing shit, I would have total confidence in our ability to go and do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in terms of like us actually getting shit
We
done.
all balance each other out pretty well.
Yes, like if the three of us fucking lived together and did this podcast, it would skyrocket.
Oh yeah.
Because Matt
People
would,
love seeing 3 white guys just sit around and talk about stuff that has nothing to do with them.
yes,
3
sure.
straight white guys.
Well, I just mean because you are a clown.
Yes.
You're just absurd.
I love things.
I'm I'm definitely like
Things are the
Copenhagen
best
describes.
things.
Like Copenhagen says, I'm definitely like the straight man in terms of the dynamic. And Matt would be a very good producer style third person in the background who
Yeah.
doesn't talk as much, but when he does, he cues in on like he would be the guy that looks shit up for us
Yeah.
and says things.
He'd be our what's his name? Joe Rogan's guy.
Oh, Jamie.
Jamie.
He would be our Jamie, pull it up. He'd be Matt, pull it up. Credence, pull it up. No, we'd say Matt for sure. And but also Matt would stay on top of like helping us get uploads. He would be really good about doing clips and like having a social media presence for the
He'd stay on
podcast.
top of you and me both. It'd be amazing.
What?
You know, just on top all the time.
Oh, okay.
We would never have to do anything.
Yes, gayness. So Matt would be the brains, thank God. Yes. Matt, if Matt gets involved with the day Matt gets involved with the podcast regularly is the day that we
If anything, Matt's the brains.
crush it.
I'm the handsome face, and Charlie's the body.
I've had a lot of thoughts about
I'm
moving
the back.
in with my friends, whether it's you or anyone else, and like I think I could move in with any of my friends one-on-one. Like, if you and me live together, I think it could work. If me and Matt live together, it could work. If me and Quentin, but, like, any three of us, and I think it could start to not work.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, depending on the house, again, obviously. Like if we all lived in this house, we could have 5 people living in this house.
And we would never see each other.
We would see each other, but, like, it wouldn't be a big deal because, like, it's the only person that it would be a big deal would be maybe whoever's down here. But even then, it wouldn't be that big a deal, just because down here you hear everything. You can hear everything in the house from down here because the ceiling is like basically non-existent.
Conductor.
Yeah, like I can hear everything anyone says throughout the whole house. Like unless they're like right above me because this is like concrete and they're in the kitchen.
So what you're saying is like, you know, if you live with Charlie in this house, you have to fuck in the kitchen. So that way nobody.
That's
can
not what
hear
I'm
you.
saying at all. Just fuck, quietly.
I mean, that's hard for some people to do though.
Is it?
'Cause, you know, they're getting into it. You know.
I guess, yeah.
Do you fuck quietly?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not like a loud person. I'm
do
not
you
like
moan
like I'm very much like I'm very silent
You're like,
during
do
the actual process. I'm doing a lot of
Imagine-
stuff. I'm not like making noises. I'm not like
Imagine doing like a screamo mode.
I'm not like like I'm not very I'm not very what's the word? Like I'm not like I'm not out of breath. Like I have decent endurance.
dog.
Like cuz I like am relatively in shape. Charlie, can you describe a bit more? Can we get a demo? Sure.
Use your
When
sex-
prostitution is legal, I will film
Use
it.
your sex.
I'll make a
sounds
porn.
and over auto tune them, and then make a song to the tune of them.
Would you make a porn and release it?
I mean, like, maybe. Like, what do we mean by porn? Like, am I actually fucking the person? Or is
Yeah,
it
are you
all-
like
is
would
it
you
all
do porn?
staged?
Would you I mean sure, staged but still
But
porn.
I mean, like, staged how? Like, am I actually?
you
coming
are
to fuck-
filming and doing porn. You are having full penetration sex with somebody, filming it and putting it on like X videos or Pornhub or something.
Sure.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would
Who
too.
is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyone. Pick someone.
Okay.
I would like hope your girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
But like then she'd have to be okay with it and then we're on some more like some morally like is that okay? Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it more okay to do it with a stranger that your girlfriend's like, it's okay, or is it like?
oh, I
to
mean
do it
again
with your
in that
girl?
case
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
like,
no,
because it's like your girlfriend might not want to put herself out there like that, but like, you know,
I would totally
even though
do it.
you're okay with it, you know.
I would 100% do it. I would
But
definitely
I think
do
it would be a deal breaker if she's like, no, because I don't think I could like.
Yeah, no.
just
I'm
do
not.
it,
Yeah.
you know
If
what I
like,
mean?
yeah, if she wasn't cool with it, obviously no. But I mean, like, forget about having a girlfriend for a second. Like, in a world where you
Oh,
are
where I
single
just- okay.
and like you just someone wants to film a
Yeah.
porn with you. Yeah, like
Can it
right.
be a threesome?
Sure.
Okay, there we go.
I don't care. I mean, film a porn, dude. Like, I don't care how many guys you want to
Can
be
we
with.
do that? Can we do that thing where they do the arm wrestling on top of the girl?
The what's it called? It's some
like
kind
it's
of
the Alabama something.
fucking
Alabama pig roast.
yes, the Alabama Big. I'd be down. Are you talking about prostituting on camera? No. I'm just talking about filming porn. Which essentially, it's crazy the distinction. Porn is prostitution that you film.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
completely
unless you
illegal.
just do it for free.
It's completely illegal as long
Yeah.
as everybody's consenting.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy? If you want to really
Did
do
you know
prostitution,
it's illegal to record a conversation in South Carolina without the other person's consent. I didn't know that. I found that out the other day.
probably, but then there's like, what is consent? You know what I mean? Like, if you're on
Yeah.
Snapchat and you didn't ask somebody, like your friend, but you film it and then they get in trouble, what are they going to sue
Well,
you because you like they're
I
in
mean,
there and they're not
technically they could,
they're not
though.
objecting though.
Technically,
They know it's
could.
happening. I mean,
Technically, they could though. You know what I mean?
like what? But what is consent? Is what I'm saying. Like, does consent have to be you have my permission to film you, or is consent not objecting to being
I think it has to
filmed?
be you have my permission to film me.
So like everything we did at Learn TV is illegal because we never asked.
We signed consent forms, didn't we? We signed something
No.
that like was like us consenting.
Not for every
I
episode.
don't know. I think that's more.
I definitely don't
that's
think.
more of a gray area because we were children
Well,
legally then,
I wasn't.
and it was a class. So I think there's a little bit more.
I was.
There's a little bit of a.
I was 18 when we started learning. I
mean,
started learning TV.
That's true too. I mean I don't know. I don't know everything about the law. I just know
Well,
that-
okay. I was 17 for the first month of Learn TV, and then I turned 18 right away, and then was 18 from
But
then
it's
on.
like, I don't know. I mean, I would love to find out.
Yeah.
I don't have those answers readily available for you. But to me, I feel like it might be different because it's a class thing. So by taking the class and signing up for the class, you're already consenting, knowing that that's part of the deal.
I guess, but then again,
It's like-
though. But
It's
see,
like
that's the thing.
consent by
That's
action.
yeah. So,
But
when if you're on
also,
Snapchat
you're
with
in
somebody,
you're in a school setting. You know what I mean? So it's like obviously that's going to be part of it. With the Snapchat thing, I feel
what
like.
about Walmart? Walmart films everybody.
But there's no sound.
There's
to it.
definitely sound. You don't
No,
think there's any
no.
sound?
Because I've been in. Well, at least.
What about
not
all
in the-
those cam videos like from security cameras that have sound?
They edit that in later.
How? Where are they?
So-
They're recording it somewhere.
So, there are security camera videos with sound. Those do exist.
yeah.
But I've never seen any in action in our state, if that makes sense. Like, 'cause I've worked at Walmart,
I've
And-
seen them at gas
and
stations.
I've been at like
I've seen them in our state with gas stations. Like I've seen one
Like
in
with
person, like at the
sound?
store, like from the recording.
with
Yeah.
sound.
Yes.
I don't know.
I
mean,
knew.
I don't know about.
I knew some people that owned a gas station that got robbed, and like they showed
well,
us the footage.
maybe that's different because it's like not your property or something. I mean, like I said, I don't know the details of it. I just know with voice recording specifically, it's illegal. We can look this up.
Yeah.
At least that's what I heard. That might not be true either. You know.
Is it illegal to record someone in South Carolina to record someone's audio in South Carolina? South Carolina law provides that it is a felony to record an in-person or telephone conversation without the consent of at least one party. So you can't like tap someone's phone. If I record our conversation without telling you, it's okay. Understand?
Yeah.
You have to have at least one person's consent.
Okay.
Illegal recording can also give rise to civil liability. I was about to say it because there's just no shot.
Well,
so many people would get in
so
trouble
I heard
all the
this other
time
day,
over
so
little
that's
shit.
more about the government bugging your shit. But I mean, does that count for this? 'Cause they're listening. You know. All
I
the
mean, yeah,
time.
it's just a corrupt system. That's all that means. It's just corrupt as fuck. That's all it is. They totally are doing that, and we know they're doing it. And they're not gonna get in trouble 'cause they're the ones in charge.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna break it in half. And not
We're in it. We're slowly but surely 100% go. And you're gonna say I don't want that to happen, but like it's happening. We're going closer and closer to a society where like you're gonna be at home and you're gonna have an iPad on the wall next to your door, and you're gonna say I want Chick-fil-A today, and they're gonna bring Chick-fil-A and a robot's gonna do it, and you're never gonna have to leave your house. You're gonna be able to do your job from home. Everybody's gonna be able to do that, and we're gonna be in a society where they control everything. And we think we have freedom because we can walk outside if we want, but it's going to be so not worth going outside anymore that everyone's going to be in their little cube house, like doing their shit in their house, like it's going to be a mechanized world, and freedom is going to be an illusion, and it already is. Freedom is 100% already an illusion. Is this the plot of WALL-E? Basically, like legit though. Like imagine WALL-E, like that spaceship, but the world. That's what's on the way. Like we're already so close to that.
Damn, that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
wanna
why we need to get rich doing the podcast and move into the woods, like in like Montana or like
Well, my dad's already living in the woods. I'm going fishing this weekend.
that's like he's in the woods, but he's still very close to society. I mean, like let's go to Colorado and live on a fucking mountain
There was a
and
guy.
like spend like $200,000 getting good internet run all the way up our mountain.
There was
kinda
a
shit.
guy that went to my church that lived in like this
Or
little
Texas.
that lived in this little shack in Colorado, basically almost at the top of a mountain. And he was like, it was beautiful and amazing. And I was like, why'd you ever leave? And he was like, it was cold.
Yeah, like Texas is probably a little better.
He used to describe to me like being able to like see snowstorms coming and like see it like happening to like the places below him and it not affecting him at all. And it was like crazy. Like he loved it. He lived by himself, I think, and like had like a wood stove and like it was. I mean, it sounded amazing. I hope that guy's still
Yeah, come to
alive. I
Texas.
miss
There
him.
you go.
Best state.
I'm
Bet
down.
We'll
I'm
be
so
free
down
in
to
Texas.
get. I'm so
and
down.
we'll have so much propane.
I'm so down to get the fuck out of here at some point. Like, you have no idea. Like, I'm talking, if this gets to a point where we're even kind of doing okay, like where this is, if this is ever paying the bills even kind of, I know so many people in Texas that could probably not just like
house
us, but like it would be better because we could afford to like help pay bills and shit for them. Like it would be better for them. Where I'd be so down to just go to Texas
Can
and
I
stay
take
there.
my truck?
Yeah. What?
Sweet. Okay.
Like it would be rough getting it there. Probably it's a long drive.
No, I could get there.
You think?
Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of tuning
Charlie,
up
say
on
the
my
word,
truck.
and I got y'all. There you go.
I've been doing a lot of tuning up on my truck, but my truck is one of those trucks like at 400,000 miles. It's pretty. It'll be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 2%. It's this situation, right? Like we have to get the podcast to a point where I'm making not just more, but like much more than what I'm making at my job currently, and I make a pretty good amount at my job. So like this has to be very successful. This has to be doing really well,
Yeah.
or this has to be doing well enough for me to warrant moving in with someone who's also doing well enough, who wants us to move and like make it our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'd have to have somebody that's like good, like doing well, and like it would have to be some ridiculous situation. Because this is very. I love doing this.
I'd be down.
My dream is like get rich enough to move somewhere like Texas, and move Mike there. Mike's like number one priority. Mike is like the wise sage man I need to live at least next door, if not still in the same house, like in the basement or in the roof. Like he needs to be very accessible to me in my life. And then right after him, it's like, you know, he's on the same level with like my family and shit. But I think my family plan on staying here long term because most of my family lives here. So like my brother, my sister, my dad, they're all eventually I think going to try and get to Columbia here in the next few years, so that they can stay with my like stay close to my little cousins. And I love my little cousins, and I would go see them all the time. But Texas has no state tax.
Really?
I think it's either state. I think it's state income. Yeah, they don't have any state. Hold on, let me
State income tax?
let me ask the internet. Does Texas have state? See, it's already like such a big Google thing. There's no shot, right? Let's see. Most Americans file a state income tax return and a federal income tax return. As of 2021, the states with no income tax are Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming. Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, Wyoming.
That's
9
nice.
states.
Yeah.
9 out of 50. Almost 1/5 of the states have no state income tax.
Good. They don't need it.
That's what I'm saying. There was, I forget, somebody at the poker game was like, when they open this, is Kings Mountain in North Carolina or South Carolina?
I think it's in South Carolina.
Yeah. They said, hold on. Kings Mountain. The city is North Carolina, but the park road isn't. The state park is in South Carolina. That's annoying. So Kings Mountain is where they're making a casino, and it's only like an hour, 20 minutes from here. No state income tax. I'm right here. Yeah, you are. no state income tax in Texas. But somebody was like, we need to if you put a casino in South Carolina, anybody who's been a state resident for 10 years or more, the idea would be let's have a casino and then have no state income tax based off the casino. Like that's how it works. Like if you had a casino, like the state would regulate it that way. Like I don't think that's how it would end up playing out, but that would be a pretty sweet deal if you were a resident for 10 years. Now, I think the resident is like weird though, because like what does that mean? Do you have to have owned and lived on property for 10 years, or do you have to have have been born here, you know? Because that would be sick.
Mhm.
Or no, he was talking about property tax. Pay no property tax if you've been a resident for 10 years. That'd be kind of sick. But I don't know how all that shit works. Either way, we should move to one of those 9 states. Fuck it, I'd be down to move to. Did I say Oklahoma? Was that one of them?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wait, is there one more? Don't give me the whole fucking. Just show me the other thing. Okay. No, it wasn't. Wyoming. It was Wyoming. I thought it was Wyoming. Damn it! I want it to be Oklahoma. I want to move in with Jesse. Jesse lives in Oklahoma. South Dakota. Okay, let's look at these states real quick. Alaska's kind of dope, but I feel like they don't have baller internet, you know? And it's going to be so hard to get to the rest of the country and do shit. You know, like travel would be a pain. Tennessee's dope. Tennessee's kind of baller. You know what I'm saying?
But Tennessee has a lot of snow, and it's landlocked.
So?
I like going to the beach.
Texas is has beach, but it's like so far away that it almost is not even having beach in some places. Like from the top of Texas, it's like a 12-hour drive to the ocean, in any of the directions the ocean is, like in the state that is. Washington State is just a fucking tire fire right now. Nevada could be cool. Texas could be cool.
Washington State's a tire fire?
Yeah, Oregon, California, Washington.
Why?
Just because of the left's just ridiculousness with COVID, the way that they're handling it and the restrictions they're putting on dumb shit. It's like nuts. Like you can't walk down the street in groups of 3 people or some shit. Like it's literally like that's probably a little bit out there, me saying that, but maybe not. Is like the ridiculousness of it. Tennessee's kind of lit. Tennessee's got some great like cities and shit. Tennessee, move your phone. Tennessee's lit. Texas is lit.
Where I want to go.
Yeah, Texas, I think, out of all those. Texas, maybe New Hampshire.
For the Alamo.
I've heard that New Hampshire's kind of lit, too, but I don't
Maybe
know.
Vermont.
Vermont's not one of them. I'm
No,
talking
but
about,
I mean, like,
I'm saying no
Vermont would be
state.
nice.
Comparisons of states with no income tax. Tax burden and percent of income.
Texas and its 49 bitches.
Texas has an 8.2% tax burden of income.
Is that high?
I don't know.
8% seems high.
Alaska seems like the best one with a 5%, 5.1%.
Probably 'cause like the whole fucking place is trying to kill you.
Affordability.
Also,
1 equals
every
best.
fucking thing in Alaska is expensive 'cause they have to import so much.
Yeah,
stuff.
so Alaska's number 45 in like 1 is the best. 45 out of 50 is pretty bad. The best ones in the on this list, the best one is South Dakota at 14.
That's where Copenhagen is.
No, he's in North Dakota.
It's the best.
And then
Is it
Texas
North Dakota or
Texas
South
is number
Dakota?
Texas is number 23. Washington and Nevada are 44 and 42. On this list, the best 3 are Tennessee, South Dakota, and Texas.
Texas.
South Dakota's like the best by a lot, though. Best state to live in, New Hampshire's number 2, and Washington State's number 1, apparently. I don't know how they're judging that, because Washington, affordability, it's number 44, but best state to live in, it's number 1. How the fuck are they doing that? Pros and cons of states with no income tax. Let's go to Texas and see the pros and cons. Texas. The Lone Star State loathes personal income taxes so much it decided to forbid them in the state's constitution. As infrastructure and services must be paid for somehow, Texas rallies on income from sales and excise taxes to foot the bill. In some jurisdictions, sales tax can be as high as 8.25%. Property taxes are also higher than in most states, with the net result being an overall tax burden of 8.2% of personal income. Nevertheless, Texans' overall tax bite is still one of the lowest in the U.S., with the state ranking 19th. Texas is average for affordability at 23rd in the nation, but it was ranked 38th by U.S. News & World Report in the best states to live in list. Important. One advantage of living in a no state income tax state is that $10,000 caps on state and local tax SALT deductions imposed by the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act will likely not have as great an impact as it does on residents of high tax states such as California and New York. Texas spent $9,600 per pupil on education. Jesus, in 2018, the 6th lowest. Oh, that's not as much. It received a D grade for its school funding distribution. Oh, I feel like South Carolina is probably like one of the worst in that. Wyoming doesn't exist. What? When are you gonna add channel point rewards? I don't know. Like what, Charlie? I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you if you move to Oklahoma, landlocked the fuck Texas and its 49 bitches. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's a good thing to talk about in the future, but for now we should probably wrap it because we're a little over our usual time and Creighton needs to go to work at some point tomorrow. So we love you guys. And you know what? We got 7 people. We'll raid somebody real quick.
Bad somebody.
I might go live in a little bit, so this raid will not last forever. But I don't know. We'll see. I might go back to sleep.
It's a rare raid.
Let's see who's live. Who's live right now?
Oh no.
Ooh, Ace is live. We'll raid Ace.
It's in Copenhagen. Oh, now we raid.
We got a few people. Copenhagen, you're still here.
He's just salty about the whole no big titty white girl thing. Which again, you're not.
Well,
doing
I
that.
don't trust him as much 'cause he was being insensitive to some of my friends, according to them, which I think is funny. But
Sounds
yeah,
just
your
like
logic is
Huskers to
flawed.
me.
Charlie boy, the new Huskers. Okay, we're gonna rate my buddy Ace. He's a fucking
Watch
baller.
Copenhagen. He's gonna go and follow you on Twitter. Like,
What
he's gonna
Co-
make you a
he doesn't-
Twitter,
yeah,
follow
exactly.
it, and then unfollow it.
You guys have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow.
Maybe
night.
tomorrow for the episode 3 podcast as well.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Boy.